Five, four, three, two, and one. Hello, viewers, and welcome to the House of Royalty Season 2 Masquerade Ball Reunion. I am your host, Richie Royalty. Tonight, all 18, well, not all 18, but majority of our house guests are here to settle the score one last time. This is our final episode of Season 2 where they will let everything out on the table, let everything be heard, and let everything be known and squash or maybe feud up any beef that anybody has. But first, before we get into some of the dramata tonight, I do want to turn to our final three. First off, I want to turn to our season 2 House of Royalty winner, Keisha, who won in a vote of 7-2 on Thursday. Keisha, let's talk about your win. You had such, I just want to say, a beautiful reaction when you won. What was going through your mind when I revealed that you were the winner of season 2 and the first female winner of this franchise?
I felt like I could finally breathe. I could breathe, and I was so overwhelmed. For one, I was in pain, but two, I was so like emotional because I was so grateful that everybody really saw the depth of my game and they appreciated it enough to give me the win.
Absolutely. It was you had such a nice final two speech and you did that honestly. Kalani, you did amazing as well. I do want to turn to you also, Keisha, because as we know, you and Mac were in a duo this season. It came out like pretty much on the finale. You guys were one of the duos this season. I want to ask you, do you think if you went against Mac in the final two, you would have still won, or do you think Mac would have took the win?
I think it would have been a good little fight there if me and Mac were there. But honestly, if I would have lost to Mac, I would have been totally okay with it. Because when I tell you, Mac shows up. Like there's never an excuse. He has no power. He finds some place to go. He's not feeling well. He's throwing up on the live. He still shows up the very next day. So if Mac would have won against me, I probably would have cried for him for the win just as much as I cried for myself.
You guys had such a nice reaction for each other when Keisha you won, and I saw Mac the excitement that was on your face, and that was such a beautiful moment. I just do want to say that. Keisha, I know you had the tough choice of picking who you wanted to go against in the final two. Do you think if you took Ty, you still would have won?
I think I would have gotten a lot of the same votes, but to be all honest, I was never gonna take time.
Oh,
Never ever. I adore you, Ty, but no, that was not gonna be a decision that was gonna be made.
okay. Ty, I now want to turn to you. Do you think you could have won against Keisha if you were in the final two?
Just like Keisha, I never had any plans of taking Keisha into the final two. So she ain't wrong, and I ain't mad at it because I literally had no intention of taking Keisha, literally ever.
So regardless of, final twos, all roads led to Kalani making it to final two.
Yes.
Period. Okay. Kalani, do you think you could have won against Ty if you were in the final two with Ty?
Hell no. I think I would have lost regardless who I went up against. And I was okay with that. I just wanted to make final two.
You got to give yourself some more grace. You played a really good game, Kalani, and I'm going to be getting to that in my host notes, but you need to give yourself grace because you did play a fucking amazing game.
Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Okay, house guest. You know what? I think it's time that we wake it up a little bit. So tonight, house guests, all throughout the season, you guys send update videos to me that are going to be posted on Instagram once the season is fully aired. However, I have made a compilation of all of the shadiest things you have all said about each other behind the scenes, and we are going to be playing it right now.
Ooh, I can't wait.
You guys, y'all said some shit about each other. Listen, my messy boots finally gets to come out. Okay, here we go. Here is what some of the shit you guys said about each other throughout the season. Take a look.
Right, yeah. Count that for me. How do you get that person's name in fives? And then you're gonna say that I said her name? That's weird. And how do you choose your own teammate? That's even extreme weird. Like that's
I made it very clear to the house that I didn't like the way Aaliyah moved. I thought it was just very weird.
Fortune forever, forever. I didn't even know that there was a person on the cast named Forever. Bitch, like no, that pisses me off. Like I need people in the game, or at least people that are gonna be valuable to me, and that's not valuable. That's like what I know nothing. I don't have anything going on up here, but I'm sure you don't have anything going on, but you can spread a lie. So that's how I felt about that. For sure. So I was like, I want to.
Bubbles said this and Bubbles said that about me, and I'm just like, what did I say about Bubbles? Why is Bubbles after me and trying to get so many people after me? I just don't understand.
If I win, Forever's ass will be on the block.
And I hope that I get the chance to vote out Kylie for you. And I hope I get the chance to put up Kylie for you. Because the stuff you told me about Kylie sucked.
That needed to go up. The pulse of the house was Forever. Forever is just playing way too strong. And I think is making some decisions that aren't in his best interest. However,
some of these people, like half the cast do not mess with me, but I'm vibing.
the time that you had placed upon us with all your dues and your power that you had available to us, but we are so glad that you had packed your bags and got home safely. Amen. Be well.
Both Karina and Marcy on the stand together, guaranteeing that one of them little children of the corn gets right the heck up on out of here.
You have one of the worst HOHs I've ever seen.
One person who did not vote for me, and I'm sure that one person who voted for me to go was probably Forever.
Bad feelings toward anybody, maybe Mac, but I hope Ty doesn't go far. I hope Keisha doesn't go far. I hope Mac doesn't go far.
But Daniel was gunning for me, so I don't really care that he's out. Like, it was gonna happen. He got caught up on the last try, but anyway, so it was bound.
Kalani's not playing a good game. Like, she's not playing a winning game. Like,
coming for me, and it's fine. Like I wouldn't say I'm necessarily coming for you, but if I have anything to do with it, I won't see you at the end. So
Kids are sly and evil. But you know what? It's going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you. I am praying that it will go back to you. And
Like, you have to put your all in and then throw it. Not openly tell people, oh, I'm gonna throw HOH. Like, go fuck yourself. So he got evicted.
We're gonna be able to work together. It's not happening. I want him out. And that's the truth.
Yo, last round fucking sucked. I hate these bitches. I don't like playing with any of them. I don't like the core alliance, plus Kalani. She put up fucking Forever. Fuck you, bitch. I hate you.
Okay. What is everybody's opinion after watching that?
Nothing ugly to say about nobody.
I fucking loved it.
Upset.
You bitch are sly. So I can go back and rewatch it over and over.
Oh my god.
It was cute.
Yeah.
Y'all are all messy as fuck.
Aaliyah slayed that one. I don't give a fuck. I don't like nobody.
Like that.
I don't like none of these
I
fucking
feel like
bitches.
I talk shit about everybody. Yeah.
I feel you though. I feel you. Because there was
You
a point in
bitches are
time
sly.
everybody up in here was fucking fake.
A lot of Forever in there.
They took the
Yeah.
one video I sent about you forever, and that was every clip was just about you. They didn't do an update from anything else.
It's okay. It's okay. My name was mentioned a lot though. That's all I can say about that 3 minute clip.
I mean, you are forever.
Thank you,
And
Soraya.
always.
I just started doing a forever counter when I was watching it. I was
Oh
like,
How
my
many times your name will be brought up?
yeah.
It could
It's okay,
become a
Forever.
drinking game. Take a
Consider it
shot every
like
time
your
Forever's
icon of
name
the
is brought up.
season.
Oh, we
Thank
will.
you,
Forever, what
Kaylee. Thank you all though.
You're iconic by mistake. What can you
Right.
say?
No, but you know what? Forever got the edit either way, and I know that's right.
Thank you, Kylie. Shouts out to you, Kylie.
They made it known. Leah's like, who was Forever? I didn't even know there was a Forever in the game.
That had to be her
Listen,
first
in week
update
one
because
and week two,
Forever.
Leah
there's
called
no
Forever
way.
Fortune.
I called you Fortune for like until like the jury phase. And
Oh my God.
I did. I'd be like Fortune forever. And then it would yeah. But I'm like, it's money. So I apologize about that. I
Okay.
do.
It's
That's
okay.
funny.
You're all good.
That's like the one thing I'll say I'm sorry about. The other
Aw.
stuff I'm not gonna say. But
I
yeah,
would
sorry, go.
I would have liked for my video to be put in full, but anyway.
It was 3 minutes, right? We got 3 minutes.
Right.
Jamie, yo.
Thank you, 3 minutes. Okay, well, speaking about you, Soraya, you were one of the first people I want to turn to tonight. So viewers, this house guest was the first menace of the season and started this season with a bang on night one. Soraya, you were a big topic early on in the season. I'll say between the menace, you brought a lot of just chaos wherever you went. Do you normally do that, or did you just want to come into this game and, start shit?
Let me tell you something. In my real life, I do start a lot of things, but it is not out of intention. It is out of a reaction. You know, a lot of people assume that I'm an angry person, that I'm mean, that I'm a bitch. But in reality, I'm just a little girl. You know what I mean? I'm just a girl. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a girl. You know what I mean? But I did come into here wanting to cause some chaos. The thing is, um, I didn't know what to do with being a menace. That's the thing. Like, most of the time, I felt like other house members were acting like the menace.
Who?
Well, I look at many, and, well, honestly, none of them are here. I guess Kylie a little bit.
Oh, well, baby, I never touched that menace status, so not quite.
Um, I don't know. I forgot, honestly. I haven't been here for a while, you know.
Well, one person
But
you had. Oh, sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna cut it quick. But basically, yeah, like I did come into here thinking that I'm gonna cause some sort of chaos because wherever I go, people just wanna cause me some fucking chaos for some fucking reason. Yeah.
Well, speaking about drama you have with people, one person you had drama with that in this game was Chase. I remember on I think the one of the last nights you were here, you guys had a little bit of a dispute on Discord, and I remember you said in your diary room that you wanted to chase Chase out of the game. Chasing Chase became one of the quotes of one of my favorite quotes of the season, by the way. Where do you feel like you and Chase stand now?
Um, Neutral, honestly. I don't really remember who Chase was.
Chase, do we have a response to that?
Oh yeah, I'm very chill. Like I react to the moment, of course, and I got a little too deep into the game. But no, I mean, Sarai's cool. I don't have any drama. Like I said, neutral's fine with me. And we didn't really talk much. It's just a weird little combo we had, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're glad that you guys were able to somewhat work it out on the remix.
Not
Um,
really.
not really.
Not
Okay.
really. I did want to make amends with a lot of people because I felt like, Kylie kind of left without reassurance from me. Um, and I just want to say, can we be public about votes?
Yes, you guys can be public about your votes now.
Okay. So Kylie, I did vote for you to stay.
Oh my gosh, wait, Soraya, I'm glad that we worked it out on the remix because I really meant that apology to you. And I kind
Uh-huh.
of thought that you slapped me in the face on the way out. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
wow, I thought we had a really genuine moment. And I'm glad that we did have a real genuine moment.
Mm-hmm. I did kind of not like that everybody was like unanimously agreeing on eliminations. I was like, can y'all like be a bit like divided on some stuff because it doesn't always have to be, it doesn't always have to be 90 to 10. It can be 50 to 50-50, or it can be 60 to 40. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be unanimous. Yeah, that's how it felt. But Kylie, honestly, I'm really happy to hear that from you, honey. Mhm.
Queen, like, if there's anybody in this cast I'm glad I made up with, it's you.
All right.
Okay, okay. Well, Chase, I do want to turn to you next because your eviction was probably one of the most explosive evictions of the season. As we saw, it was the first open strategizing period of the season, and things got really heated between you and Aaliyah. Things got heated, and then when you came back for the battle back, things got heated as well. You called out Tavon, you called out Ty, you called out Mac, you called out Keisha. Where was all that hostility and anger coming from, honestly, in that moment?
Oh, well, at first, during it, of course, I was reacting like after immediately I got eliminated. I was a little frustrated, of course. And I mean, I was just way too trusting. I genuinely trusted like everybody, which was stupid as fuck. I should have put less faith in everybody, which is fine. I was playing a little too open and nice, but during the moment, I genuinely did feel pretty fucked over. But there's nothing I can, do about that. And it was mainly like, oh, can you hear me still?
Yes.
Sorry. Um, like, of course, I know I said Tavon and Ty that they're fine. Like, it wasn't really them. They just had to do what they had to do. I genuinely just, it was Mac and Keisha who just threw me under the bus as hard as they could because I genuinely trusted those two. And once I knew I was going home once Mac didn't use the thing on me, and I was like, oh, whatever. They're just a little fake and I'll deal with it. And then when I came back, I was trying to be a bad guy and I'm not good at it. So I don't think it came off very well.
No.
Mac and Keisha, you guys look like you guys are about to say something.
I got
Yeah,
something to say too.
your biggest mistake was sitting there in the veto, like our one-on-one, saying that you had info to tell me, and then not giving me that info, saying that I had to use the veto on you to save you to get that info. If we're working together, Chase, like we were from the beginning, then you should have told me that info right there from the jump, and I could have gone like, oh,
I don't
sorry
even
guys,
remember
me
saying I
saving
had
Chase.
info. That's a weird thing. I
You
don't.
said you had info for me, and that I had to save you in order to stay in the game, like for like to
No,
get
I
that
said
info.
that I will be able to get information for us to be
No,
able.
you said you had something for me that I needed to know and that I should be privy to,
I'd
and that
love
I
to
should
see that because
and
I don't
I
even remember it, so I don't care.
okay, we can go back and get the recording after the fact, but I
Brother,
don't think
I
they
said
have it
I
right now.
don't care. You're the one salty. I'm just chilling. You
I'm
want
not salty, baby. You're the one who got 13th place.
to? You're obviously salty.
711.
Sorry, it's just
13th
funny.
place.
I'm not the
I mean,
one
I would have
throwing
won
shade.
anyway.
Like you're salty. I could.
Can't really say that about you. You're not a
Oh,
mastermind.
thing
You
is,
don't play a
though,
good
I'm
game.
not gonna sit
You
here
need to
and
get high
fight
and
with
drunk before you
somebody.
come into a
Oh
game,
my
big
god,
boy, because it'll help you out.
Jesus, you're annoying as
Nobody
fuck.
really wanted to work with you. You weren't giving them anything.
Brother, I don't
No,
care.
yeah, exactly. Ask everyone here. What was the conversation with Chase?
You see
I don't know. I
reaction.
don't know who you want to vote out. Who do you want to vote out? Who are you working with? You should come to me
What's
and tell me all
worse?
the info that I need to know, so that way. And I'm not going to give you anything, baby boy. That's your problem. That's why you went out.
I'm sorry, I'm not somebody who sits here and gives a shit about the orgs like a lot of y'all do. You do you. I was obviously trying to play the
You
moment,
obviously
but
did, though. You
in the
I'm
obviously did.
moment,
sorry
You
you
didn't
brought it
care about
up.
Why?
Mac.
You were
of
very
course, in the
private about
moment,
it.
do you guys use ears? I literally said at the beginning, I was upset in the moment, yeah, but I move on from shit really quick. And
Okay,
I'm
and
not like,
now we
oh,
have the time to rebuttal because you went out 13th place. Remember, we made
I,
it
yeah.
to
Wait,
fourth
do you
and
think,
the winner,
why are you saying
right?
shit that is
So now this is our
obviously
time to
true?
address the situation.
Why are you saying
So
shit
if
that
we
you
can
don't
be
say
we can
it?
be upset about
Let's
it,
state
but you're
facts
not going to
as
sit here
this
and
is.
act like you didn't do all this bullshit to get yourself kicked out of the game. No one did that but you.
Whatever, dude. Like I said, I didn't really do bullshit to nobody. Maybe I wasn't like talking enough to people, but no, I
Oh,
never did bullshit.
that's why you went out.
Actually,
What
wait,
was
I
the vote
remember
count?
something. I remember something. Chase, you were going around telling people that I proclaimed to you that I said that I was the menace. Was
What?
that
I never said
true?
you proclaimed to me. No, I said I thought you were because when we were all doing the live stream and someone asked what you did and you said, "Oh, well, I put them up." I was like, "Oh shit, that probably means that they accidentally let slip they're the menace." That's all I said. No.
Well, people were going around saying you were telling everybody that I told you that, we
We
were,
never even talked. You can
talking.
go ask it. Like, look at all the messages. I literally tell everybody I've never been able to really talk to Soraya. I think she's been ignoring me. But other than that, there's nothing we even
And
discussed.
then and then the thing is, you blame production, even though production are human. Like, look at
Oh,
them.
me and I told
They're so
Prod what I was gonna
beautiful.
do. I
Okay,
told Prod what I was
can
gonna
I
do
can I
at the
speak,
end.
please? Can I speak? You've got
Why?
enough
Why do I
airtime.
need to let people speak if Mac didn't let me speak? I just don't understand.
Well, I'm not Mac, I'm Soraya. Also, calm down.
Dude,
Calm
I'm
down.
sleeping in my
Take
car
it.
right now.
Calm down.
All
Calm
right,
down.
I'm gonna
Calm
keep
down.
cleaning my car. You guys
I
can.
actually like the spice. I think the spice is exactly what we needed.
Chase, are you able
Exactly.
to put your screen on,
Listen,
Chase?
listen, if you want to go around talking about trust, talking about all of this stuff, you should have put you should, rather than going around telling people that I was telling people that I was the menace and then getting me in trouble with production, mind you.
Side note, Soraya, I think you did that yourself, Bookie. I think you kind of gave it away yourself.
Well, that's not my fault. You know what I mean? Y'all kept on being like, "Oh, she's the menace. She's the menace. She's the
No,
menace."
I think you had said something one time about like who you voted for initially,
You
and then
said
we knew
when
right
when
off
I
of
put
that that
Jay
you
Okay,
were
up.
definitely the menace.
listen.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I am gonna give you a conclusion here, and that is starships were meant to fly. Okay? Starships were meant to fly, honey. And
not the
all I
name.
have to say is that you guys, you figured me out. You know what I mean? You figured it out. And congratulations, honestly. So, anyway, so I do want to get back to the fakeness of it all. And the fakeness of it all is that a lot of people were fake, but that's also part of the game. You know what I mean? You are supposed to be fake. You are supposed to kind of break
To an
alliances and
extent. To an extent.
yes, to an extent. There is up to an extent you have to be fake. But at the same time, right, there were people that were promising this and that, you know what I mean? And sometimes you can't break a promise, but you know what I mean? You have to protect yourself in this house, you know what I mean? Or else you get kicked out, you get kicked to the street with nothing, with
Girl.
nothing. You know, when they kicked me out of the house, I was outside on the street. There was nothing. There was nothing. There was
Production.
nothing.
Production.
Yes. What's
I'm
up,
just
Ty?
calling y'all so we can get back on track. Cause I look.
I think he should
Well,
have
Ty,
something
I
to
know
say.
that you had something to say, and Keisha had something to say regarding Chase. Did you
So
want to?
my all I have to say to Chase is it's interesting to hear you say that you fully trusted me because you never showed that to me. Every time we were in our DH1 chat, you would ask a question for an answer,
Ooh,
but
on
you
my
wouldn't
pennant.
ask it to me. You wouldn't ask it like, "Hey, what do you guys think about this?" You'd say, "Keisha, what do you think about this?" So you're just pinpointing me. That didn't show me that you trusted me. And then there was a moment in the very beginning that really rubbed me the wrong way, but I had to pretend like it didn't, was when you asked previously, do you have a power from the opening? And I said, no, I didn't, because I didn't know, I know none of us knew. And when Richie announced that, oh, you came in second,
I
but
know what you're gonna say. I was joking, but sorry, you can keep going. But yeah.
okay, thank you. But when we left that room, you literally said in front of a bunch of people, you're like, Keisha, you're such a liar. You lied. I asked you in our group
I
chat.
thought we were joking. I'm sorry.
You can't
I
joke like
apologize for
that. You
I
can't joke like
apologize.
that in a game
I'll
where these
apologize for
people
that. I
just
didn't
met
think
each
I
other.
was doing that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I
I
didn't.
understand that, but I'm just letting you know why I was turned off by you from that moment. Because in that moment,
Yeah,
you're
that's
trying to
fine.
put a target on me in front of people we just met. Like
That's
that's
fair.
not,
I
you
think
don't joke
sometimes
like
I try
that.
to be like funny in the wrong time. So I apologize for that. And the only thing that I thought was that we had some like one-on-one calls and so we had our one-on-one chat. So I didn't think I was doing anything. I thought if I was, you would like talk to me about it. So that's my, like I said, I didn't maybe my relationships weren't great, and that's fine. I
But
apologize.
I also heard from Matt too that you were trying to do side things without me because you were trying to push me out. So I
What?
didn't really feel too
Okay,
good
that
about that
I would
either.
love to see the proof of that. I didn't. That was my intention, but I don't know. Like I said, I can't like sit here and say anybody was lying or anything because I can't go back and really check. But I feel like things do get expanded, like the truth gets expanded. Because no, I was. You can ask Tori. I never told
I was gonna
Tori that I
say,
wanted you
I'm
out.
I'm very curious about how
Yeah,
like
like
that came around because from
yeah.
my point of view, Keisha, like Chase was riding hard with you, and I understand now that you broke it down why that distrust happened against you and Chase. I get that now because I was pissed at you and Mac when that
I just
happened.
never
Okay,
felt that, so I apologize.
question. So me, you, like Chase, Tori, we had a 3-person chat, right? And in that chat, did Chase not say that he does not trust Keisha at all? And that he doesn't believe a word that she's
I
saying.
don't
I don't
remember
go.
This
that
I
was
don't remember
earlier
that.
on in the game, but
I
it's
do
still
not
I don't
remember that.
remember
Yeah,
that
that's
being said.
weird.
It maybe had been said, but like we were the three in the
I
beginning of the
trusted
game,
us.
and
Yeah.
then we wanted to extend that branch to Keisha and have the four of us work
We were
together,
all for
really
it.
all connected. So
I was
Keisha,
all
like
for it.
from our point of view, I know it's not how it really happened because you and Mac were the closest the whole time, but it started with me, Mac, and Chase being
I
a
know.
person group. Right, you know all this. And then
Yeah.
And then we
in
wanted to make
from my
girl,
moments.
Chase's
I
point
wouldn't
of
lie.
view,
Like
then you
all of
got
my
brought in,
information went
and then we
back to
wanted it to be a
Keisha. And
four-person
if
group.
she's like sitting here confirming it, like I don't gotta like second confirm that. Like y'all can see, like I'm not gonna lie, bitch. Like, but it is what it
I'm
is.
talking about mine and Chase's point of view
Well, I
because
mean,
I know
like
you guys have a completely different point of view since you were working together from the start without me and
But
Chase.
Chase saying he doesn't trust me at all whatsoever while we're in a group says everything I need to know.
That's the thing. I personally don't remember that. I'm not calling Mac a liar. It probably was said, but I that slipped past my mind.
Should we send it to you?
Wait, what'd you say, Rob?
I said, should we send you the chat?
I believe Mac. You can. I believe it. I'm not calling him a
I'm
liar.
joking. I'm gonna be
like
quiet.
At that point, right now, I don't remember that being said. But I think mine and Chase's point of view was we trusted Mac more than we trusted you, Keisha, and we were building that group up. That was our tier. It was Mac trusted, we trusted Mac first, and then you.
Okay. Ty, did you have anything you wanted to add? Because I know you wanted to add something before.
Well, Chase isn't in here right now, so
Okay.
Oh, he left.
Where did Chase go? He dropped.
He couldn't handle the heat.
That was fast.
Okay, well, moving on. Another beef that was very strong this season, it went on for a majority of the season, was between two house guests that, as I saw in the update video, it was you two were just oil and water. Yes, I'm talking about Forever and Ty. Forever, I want to turn to you. Where do you think
Don't now.
this rivalry started with you and Ty?
I don't so I just completely disagree. I just think that I was against a big group of people because I
it was
wasn't in
Keisha
their
and Matt.
alliance.
Keisha
Huh?
Mac what?
Okay,
Go ahead,
I
brother.
from my point of view, I was not against no one person. I was against a group of people because I was like, I'm not in that alliance, so that's where I want. It just so happened that Ty was the first to win HOH from that group, and he put me on the block, so I had an excuse to put him on the block. I was not against one person. I was against the whole group because I wasn't in the group. I need to move forward. I wasn't in the group. He put me on the block, so I had to put him up. I had an excuse to put him up. That's how it came across to me.
Should we send you your chats?
Oh, okay,
okay,
And
please,
hold
because
on,
I'm
I
sitting
want
here
to
like
know
the
what I want to
lie.
know what Ty's talking about Keisha and Mac because I ain't never
The
said a
the
word about you
lies
to Forever.
forever.
I
I
ain't
wish
never
that
said a
okay,
word about Forever to you ever. Ask Forever. Did I ever say anything about Ty? Said anything about you?
can I address forever, please? Thank you. Okay,
Go right
forever.
ahead.
Chase isn't in here right now, but Chase is the one I'm gonna use because Chase was the one name that I did state to you. So I'm gonna keep saying that one name. I'm not gonna give any others. But Chase literally told me that you do not like me. And well, actually, I went back because I wanted to look. And I was like, because I know he said it. He said, I do not know why Forever hates you so much. And that's one person that I'm giving you. I'm not saying anyone else who has said anything. That's literally just from Chase. So why do you continue? Like literally, we're not playing the game anymore. Like the game is over. So why don't you just be honest and say why you don't like me? Like what was your problem?
So if you believe Chase, you believe Chase. There's nothing I can say. I'm not you in my audition, Richie, you know I said I'm not confrontational. I don't do that.
You did say that.
I'm telling you what the truth is. If you choose to believe Chase or anyone else, I don't really care who else said it. Keisha, I'm good with you. I don't care. Mac, I don't care. Like I saw an alliance. I wasn't in that alliance. I wanted that alliance out. Simple as that. If Chase told Ty something and Ty chooses to believe Chase and not me, there's nothing I can say. There's absolutely nothing I can say.
Well, I can attest that Chase is coming back onto the call. His phone died. So when he comes back, we will get the full tea and crumpets.
So I'm gonna
I mean,
ask the rest of the class.
Keisha's here, and so is
Has
Mac.
anybody else from the cast has Forever told y'all that he wasn't fucking with me? He wanted to get me out. He don't like me on multiple occasions, not just one, but multiple
Never did
occasions.
Forever say he doesn't like you, but I did ask Forever at one point, like, who would he put up, and he did say Tavon and Ty. But I think he just assumed that y'all would put him up, and so that's why he was like, "I'm gonna get y'all. I'll try to get y'all before you."
Exactly.
Those are the conversations that I had with Forever earlier on too, like the two conversations we had. And I think like I'm not gonna lie, like I did kind of like twist the truth and drive the knife in just a little bit further just to keep the wedge of, like as far as possible. For at least on my standpoint, I was like, yeah, he did, like I don't know why he doesn't like you, or like I'm pretty sure I used those words. So like I'm not gonna sit here and lie because I didn't. But I definitely will take my account on driving that wedge a bit further. So just from a game standpoint, that's
I'll vouch for Forever. Anytime he did talk about like targeting you, Ty, it was in a group stance. And he did say your name to me as if he would put you on the block if he became HOH, you and Tavon. And then throughout the game, that changed to like maybe Keisha and Tavon. Like it was never like specifically targeted and gunned towards you always. But you were a target of his, of course. But so is the whole group.
So my thing is like, I'm telling the truth. If someone doesn't believe me, there's nothing I can say. Ty won HOH. He put me on the block. What was I supposed to do? Put up Keisha
I
and
vouch
Mac.
for that.
I
I
assumed
don't
that you
think that
would put me
Forever
on the
had.
block. I assumed that
I
you
don't
would.
think for.
Kaylani, I
What were you
love you,
saying,
but one
Kalani?
second, 1 second, Kaylani. I assumed that you would put me on the block forever because I put you on the block. Duh, like that's just the way that Big Brother usually plays out, right? However, the fact that every time I was talking to people, it kept coming up like, forever, he I don't know why he's gonna put you up, da 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 da. And I'm just sitting here like, like it should be done by now, right? Like, I mean, we're mid game. Like, what is the problem? What literally still is the problem? You know what I'm saying?
But you
Like,
know what? Like Max said, that was people in the game trying to drive a wedge between you guys. If you became HOH, that's who everyone in the game wanted you to put up.
interesting.
Exactly. So that's like, and oh my God, you're saying that you heard stuff from other people. Do you know how much stuff I heard from people? And I did not like, I didn't care because it's like so many people told me so much stuff that so many people said about me, and I did not care because this house is full of lies, not just this house,
Oh,
but
I'm
Big
realizing.
Brother. But all these, it's
Yeah.
all full of lies. So I don't care. Tori became one of my closest allies, and I heard so much stuff that Tori said about me.
knew she was connected to you. I knew she was.
Only
Whoa,
towards
she
the
became
middle
towards
end
the
of the
end.
game.
Towards the
No,
end.
Tori, look.
Towards the end.
Towards
I
the
love
end.
you down, Tori.
Towards
But
the
I
end.
knew it. I clocked it from a mile away, girl.
Towards the
It
end,
was
never
towards
in
the
the
end.
I
beginning.
didn't in
Never
the
in the
beginning. I didn't see it in the beginning. In the beginning, Tori, honestly, I felt that you were playing the middle. I felt like you were trying to kind of like be a little bit with the children of the corn, be a little bit with the collective. But around mid game is when I peeped it, and I was just like, is she just trying to work the jury like I'm doing? Because like I started talking to you too forever. Like I always told everybody like we actually have really good conversations, and it sucks that like we're on these opposite sides because I don't know if the conversations are real or fake. And I said that towards the middle. So with you,
Mid-game,
Tori,
I trusted Aaliyah forever the most.
I don't. So for me, I don't have fake conversations just inside these games. But
well, that's good to
I
know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
always
From the big group, the only reason I wanted the big group was because I wasn't in it. If I'm not in it, obviously all these people are ahead of me. Keisha spoke to me every single day, so like I'm not gonna like. What would I put Keisha up from the group of people who don't talk to me? Keisha talked to me every single day. It made me feel good. Matt, I never spoke to at all, but when we did talk, like 2 times inside calls, we had super good conversations. So I felt really good with him. Tavon and I had a conversation that went very well, and I didn't want to target him at all after that. And then, to be honest, I don't even remember who else was in that group. At that point, Kalani had convinced me she wasn't in the group, so it was just process of elimination at that point.
Ty, you brought up before the children of the corn. Would you like to tell everybody who the children of the corn was?
I don't
The
know.
children of the corn was literally anybody outside of the cornbread collective. So like honestly, it started off like we thought that Forever, Marcy, and I believe it was either Karina or Kylie. But those were like the three heads, and then everybody else was pretty much the legs. Zion, anybody else who was tacked on to them, K, and I love K down, but like we just assumed that all of these people who were the 4J versus the 4 Tavon vote, we just grouped them up into the children of the corn. They're little evil bastards. Y'all are not bastards, but y'all are just little evil bastards that, are over here trying to get us out, and that's not what we want.
Kylie, you look
But
like you have
also,
something to say. What were your thoughts on this?
Yeah, my thoughts on that are pretty simple. We were never aligned. Y'all just got aligned, got paranoid, got in your heads, and then picked us off one by one. At least we weren't aligned from the time I was in the house.
Yeah, we
yeah.
definitely learned that later on because
And
I've
Bubbles is the one that wanted to keep Jay first. Let me just say that. I think everyone knows Bubbles is the one that came to all of us, then switched it and said that it was myself and Kylie. Bubbles came to us in all of our DMs, and we all saw the message. Well, not saw it, but could tell that it was a copy paste message. He's the one that wanted to switch it. We didn't shut it down, but we didn't say, okay, yeah, let's do it. Like
There's
that's
a
how that.
reason I left that house pissed off, y'all. Like, there was a lot of lying done on my name.
wow, that's very
More
surprising to
more
hear.
lying coming on my name from one person apparently.
And that person's not even here for us to
Okay,
question.
I know.
because
he's
that
back.
person knew exactly what we all were gonna do.
I
He's back.
mean, okay, so the whole like
Ace is back.
Marcy and you being teamed up, I will say that's my fault because I went around doing all my research on everybody, seeing what games they had played, and I went around telling everyone that was outside of you guys about who was like potentially working together. So, y'all can, I guess, blame me for that. My bad.
And that's how it kind of got Bubbles and Mac because they were kind of intertwined and Bubbles was throwing you under the bus forever and then Mac was like going around telling everybody that all you knew each other or whatever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was just
My bad.
on day two. On day two, I just so much.
Yeah, it was like
I didn't even want to be on
It
the
was pretty
call
quick.
in the house no more. Day two, because I heard so much stuff.
One thing that I really liked this season was it was crazy that Aaliyah nominated Forever in week one, and then by the end of the season, you guys were like a duo, and I loved your guys' duo friendship in the season. It was honestly like the most wholesome thing. I really enjoyed it. I just want to say
I
that.
agree. I love Aaliyah.
being adaptable and wanting to work with other people and also seeing your fate in front of you when you're like these bitches are going to take me out. I need to look for other allies. I need to look for people that want to work with me. And yeah, I'm so
Why
glad.
didn't y'all tell Zion that's how you play Big Brother too? Start reaching out and trying to like
I
put the
mean,
damn
you
grappling
can't
thing.
He's a busy
drag. You can't
man.
make
He
an
just
inactive person active.
Yeah.
When that
Like,
man said we got our sides and that's it, I'm just like, are you playing Big Brother or are you just over here hanging
I
out?
thought I
but I
thought
mean, I
Danielle
feel
tested
like
me the most.
when Chase got eliminated, and he actually called it out, right? Like that's when the sides it wasn't necessarily sides, but it's like, okay, well, they're all working together. Like this is what's happening. So it's like,
Yes.
so it's just more so open, you know? And then especially when Kay got eliminated and all of you voted to keep her, it's like, oh, okay, you know, like now it's even more open. Like that. So it's like, so it's not necessarily sides, but it's more so you can see it in front of you and it's more so public. So that's what just makes it like, okay, this is happening. And if you want to try to stay a little further in the game, you have to try to do something.
Aaliyah, you are
I
a
know.
genius,
Oh,
and I always
sorry.
knew it.
Oh, she was smart.
What?
I said
Aaliyah,
Aaliyah's a genius, and I always knew it. I said this girl is very strategic. She might not say too
Yeah,
much, but this
I
bitch
tried
knows
to
what she's
tell
doing.
y'all. Y'all
Right.
was
It's the
over here
olive
sleeping on
oil.
Aaliyah the whole time.
She wasn't getting or given much information, but she was getting it.
It's the olive oil.
Well, Mac, thanks for admitting to lying so
Yeah.
much about me when we didn't even
No
talk.
problem.
It sounds
I was
like,
playing the
yeah,
game. I'm
that
sorry, y'all. I was playing the
No,
game.
that
I'm not
probably
mad at
started
all.
all because like that right there probably got heard by some people, and then they also thought like let's bite off of it and let's just keep forever and tie. And I'm not gonna hold you. Part of my strategy was to keep putting your name up as well because then I wouldn't have to put other people's names up. So I'm just like everyone's assuming that forever is the person I'm going after. Let me just keep saying forever and not have to give up other names. Except I don't know if you guys noticed, but I kept saying the pulse of the house, the pulse of the house. I'm literally telling you guys the only other name I'm giving y'all is what other people are giving me because I'm just giving up forever because you guys assume that forever is who I'm going after, which I mean, technically, yeah, forever is who I was going after, but also forever, truly, once we hit mid game, I was all about trying to see if we could work together. The only thing that kept me from going deeper with you was the fact that you never reached out to me on your own accord, nor did you ever like even the only game you tried to talk with me was like making deals. And like I didn't want to make any deals. What I wanted to do was try to see how we could work together. And if the only way that we could work together was like making deals, then that wasn't what I wanted to do. But I
Well, that's
honestly I wanted to work with you.
Well, that's fair, but I definitely told Tavon when we had our really good talk, and Kalani knows. I said how I am as a person, my personality. If I think somebody don't like me, I cannot reach out to them. It's no way that I can do that, and that's why I never spoke to Mac. I never made that group chat with Mac because if I think you don't like me, I can't just make a group chat and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Because I don't have fake conversations.
Forever,
Then
you were
Oh my
also
gosh,
infamous
thank
for like
you.
leaving chats as well. If you were done with people, you left the chat with
Mm.
Kalani, you left the chat with Daniel.
Yeah, so because like but I think that's why I like Tavon so much. I'm sorry to keep bringing him up because when he messaged me, we had a really good conversation. But yes, I left the chat with Kalani because I really trusted her, really liked her a lot. I was willing to take her all the way to the end. And this is before she had the villain edit. Before she had the villain edit, all right? I was perfectly fine losing to Kalani. But then when she made that big turn, it's like, all right, well, clearly everything we talked about was fake, and there's no point in still having a
It was
chat
not
with her.
fake. I actually, I keep saying it. Our connection started when I thought you were a menace. And initially I was like, well, if Forever, I didn't know the menace changed. So I was like, if Forever is a menace, maybe if Forever won't want to target me or put my name up if I'm close with him. And then I just really grew to like you. Like, you have an amazing personality. You're super sweet. I think you're very genuine. But I knew that I was already connected with a big group of people from the jump of this game. And I had to do what I had to do to make sure that we all got further in the game. Did I ever want to put you up? Absolutely not. But I knew that it came to a point where I had to do you, or I was going to have to do somebody from the alliance. And that's not what I was going to do.
Yeah,
I can
which is
definitely
fair.
vouch for that Kaylani every time Kaylani made HOH, you can tell that she was contemplating between the collective's decision and everyone else that she was connected with as well.
Yes, and also I did leave the chat with Daniel, but to be honest, is Daniel here?
Daniel
Is
is
Da-
not here, no.
okay, so
Good.
I'm gonna
Of
say I'm
course
gonna
he's
make the
not.
I'm gonna make this super duper quick. When I on the day one after we did our face reveal thing, I was in a chat with Daniel and Bubbles and myself, and we had a audio issue. Remember on day one when we had an audio issue, and I could still hear Bubbles talking, but I couldn't hear Daniel, and Daniel couldn't hear me. And I was telling Bubbles like, "Hey, I can hear you. You're good." And Bubbles took me saying, "Hey, your audio's good," as we're good. And Bubbles like, "Yeah, us three, we're good." I'm like, "No, that's not what I meant." And Bubbles made a group chat with us three, and that group chat went absolutely nowhere. And yes, I left that group chat because I knew Bubbles was super fake, and
Well,
I
I can
knew
see why you
Daniels,
were in it with Daniel.
and Daniels wasn't fucking with me. So yeah, that's how I did leave the chat because I don't have fake conversations. It's just how I am.
Well, I will throw it out. I was very much hurt when you left our chat. Prod's like, "Are you gonna add him back?" Because I didn't know you were
Imagine
gone.
how
And I
hurt
was
I
like still
was.
talking to you. I know, and that's why I wanted to talk to you. I knew there wasn't gonna be anything good that I could say to like bandage the wound, but I was like, "Oh my god, I really do genuinely like forever, like please just know I had to put you up, but I didn't want you to go home for sure." And I know that's not like if I'm not voting, I really don't have a say in that. But once I realized in the chat, I was talking to myself. I'm like, wait, is Forever in here? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to go searching for Forever.
That's hilarious. I didn't know you were talking in that chat after I left. That's
Kayvon, did
hilarious.
you have any thoughts about everything Forever said? We haven't really heard from you much tonight, so I just wanted to check in with you.
Girl, I'm just coasting on this drink. I'm just minding my business in this corner.
Period. Well,
I'm just minding my business. No, I don't really have too much to say. I mean, like Forever said, we had good conversation. We came to an understanding that he had thought that I noted him as a menace at one point in the game, and yes, I was feeling some type of way about it. I got clarity from a certain people, then I came back and we had conversation. He cleared himself again. Of course, that knocked me down after me being voted out, but I mean, no salt, no pepper. I mean, we good.
Period. So before we turn away to the next topic, Forever and Ty, would we say we worked it out on the remix?
I mean, go ahead, Forever.
I never had no issue. Okay,
I did, but the
I
only
played a
issue
game and there was 6 people against me. I had to try to get them out.
only issue I had was because I swear it sounded like you literally did not like me, and I kept trying to figure out why. I get that I put you up, but I was like, for him not to like me, like that's weird. Like, what is the problem?
Listen, I will say from Prod's standpoint, it really was giving rivalry, though. I will say.
Big time. Big
Um,
time.
Also, Chase is raising his hand. Chase, do you have something you would like to add in there?
I was gonna say I'm glad that the person I lost to was Kalani at least because I did like Kalani, and I know we had to have a little bit of. It sucks that when you're up against me, of course, you have to have a little bit of a thing like talking bad. Like you don't want to, but you want to try and save yourself, right? But out of anybody who I could
I
have
think
lost
me winning
to,
in general just sucks because I think I made a great connection with majority of the people
yeah,
here.
I liked you, Kalani, and so I was like, well, if I'm gonna lose to somebody, at least it's somebody that I actually enjoyed talking to. So I'm glad that you got to go forward at my expense.
I agree.
Chase, now that you're actually here, I know Ty, you said you wanted to say something to Chase now that he's here. Did you want to get that out now or?
Yeah, I was very curious. I was just very curious. Like you said that you named Keisha, Mac, myself, and Tavon, and it wasn't really directed at Tavon and I, more so at Keisha and Mac, which I also understand. But like, why include Tavon and I?
Oh, because I mean, I told Prod I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna say a bunch of shit and make them all fight. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to stir up the pot for you guys, make it a little more fun. So I just threw in your names, but I knew you guys. I mean, I did know you were working with them, but I didn't think you had any malicious like feelings toward me. But I figured if I'm gonna go in there and not be able to stay, then I
I
may as well just say names.
I ain't had no malicious intent until you so over there trying to throw my name out, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck did
When
I
did I
do to
put
this
your
dude?
name out? When did I put your name out? Oh no, that's fair. I don't remember. When did I put your name out?
When you literally said all four of our name as you was
Oh,
going
that.
out the door.
Yes, that, yeah, I was just trying to start drama. And I told Proud I was going to start drama and stuff like that. So they knew, but I was just trying to get in there and spice it up for y'all. But I mean, I didn't have worries about you going home, Tari, because you were pretty universally liked and I thought you had a good chance. So I was like, it should be good. But at
It
the
was
same
all
time,
fake, so I don't believe I was universally liked, but I appreciate
I
that.
thought that was what it was. But again, it was nothing like fuck you, Ty specifically. I was just trying to come in there and say what I could. And I think it worked because, like Aaliyah said, some of y'all started questioning each other a little bit because of that and stuff, and it made it more fun. I hope.
Oh, I don't think anybody from the collective started questioning us
Right.
after you threw that. Not
Oh,
one of us.
I thought she said it after. So after I said that, and then you guys said
No.
it's a split between you.
No,
Nope.
I
I'm
made
not
it
even
definitely polite and it helped
Daniel
other people
said
band
it.
together.
Okay, I like it then. Whatever.
Okay, I was about to say because the collective was stronger. We was all
Okay.
good. We were just like, what the fuck is wrong with
Oh,
Chase?
that's good then. I didn't watch any after that, so that's the thing. But no, I'm glad that it went. Either way, my effect to do something worked. Whether that brought y'all tighter together, or maybe we'll. I'll say I don't really care. I don't play a villain good, and I'm not good at that at all. I'm very relaxed, like you said, stoner guy and chill.
Yeah,
So
you seem so chill. I was honestly very surprised to see you go out that way because as much as you may not believe it, I actually liked you and I was upset that you were like so like adamant
Erratic.
about being in the middle because I was just like we can connect and I feel like I can actually like get to know this dude like on some real type shit, but you were so adamant about being in the middle and trying to work it that way that we never really got that connection, and unfortunately you went home way sooner than I had ever wanted you to go. But when you called my name out at the end, I was just like, bitch, what the fuck, like what the fuck I do to this man?
I'm sorry. I know you unfollowed me on stuff after that. I didn't mean to
I
upset
sure
you.
did. I sure as fuck did.
I immediately saw that. I was all right. But like, at the end of the day, it's like it's the game we're playing. If you don't like me outside of it because of that, then that's fine. Like, I'm not like, in the same state as any of you. We were just playing, but I liked you, Ty, and I'll re-add you. But no, I just wanted it to be a little more fun. And I do know that Zion voted to keep me. I don't know the other two. I don't know the other two at
I
all.
voted to keep
Oh yeah,
you.
Curry and Zion, and I assumed the third. I couldn't. I don't think it was Daniel. So I don't know if anybody wants to say
We
they
about
were.
to find out right now.
I guess that's why I was
It
a
was
little.
me.
Okay, that's why I said I'll just throw out names because I knew that I trusted more than three people, and since only three people voted to keep me, I'm like, well, whatever. Then a lot of people didn't trust. Let me just throw out these names.
So Tavon voted to keep you, but we were in an alliance together. Very interesting.
Huh?
Okay, sorry to cut you guys off, but I have to go. I wanted to show my face though. Bye,
Kylie, love you
guys.
down. Wish we would have been able to play.
Toodles.
Bye. Well, if Tavon voted to save me. That's because me and Tavon had a really good connection. That's all. There's nothing.
Well, I guess the cornbread wasn't as close as we thought.
Well, we
Oh, it
been
was
knew
still
that.
close.
Trying to get
It
you
was all right.
like this because I really trusted you and I wanted you guys to really trust each other and us work together.
I thought at least like three y'all would have my back there. But like I said, I understand that there's a big play behind the scenes and there's a larger group I wasn't a part of, and that's totally fine. I'm not gonna get upset about that or anything, but yeah, I mean, who's not gonna react in the moment? It's the moment, right? We're all playing this game as hard as we can, and I thought I trusted people, and when you go out, you're like, oh shit, it's a little heartbreaking, right? It's just a little heartbreaking because you're like, man, I thought this person, this person, this person, this at the end of the day, that's not how it went. And like I said, I'm not still salty about it. I got work in my own life going on, but like, that's how I felt in the moment. And then I knew that's another reason, Ty, is because I knew you didn't vote to keep me, Ty. So that's another reason I threw your name out there. So that's
Yeah,
another
I mean,
reason.
I was doing what the house was doing. I mean,
I know,
I
and that's
didn't
how
vote for
that's why I
Tavon to
knew.
stay, and Tavon was like,
Well, that's why I knew you voted against me because you were playing the house so hard. I knew that if everybody was leaning toward me, you were just gonna do it. So I was like, all
yeah,
right, if that's what he's gonna do. Then I'll just throw the name out there. It's not a big deal.
Mariah, you had
that
your
was
hand
some
raised
bullshit.
before.
I love you, Ty. I'm sorry.
Soraya, did you have something to say?
Yes, I had something to say. The person that I do want to talk about is not here. His name is Daniel. Right. And Daniel sabotaged me in a way, I must say, was very personal. He led me to the dating apps. He led
I'm
me.
done.
He
Girl,
led me to the dating
We are
apps.
I'm done. I'm done.
shit.
I thought
He
you
Mute
led me
her,
to the
Mike. Mute her, Mike.
like
Bitch,
what?
I was ready to go in on Daniel. Fuck
Okay,
him.
ready. I got 5.
I was actually
He
going to say, I want to
I
turn
want
this
to
to
talk about
Aaliyah next.
Bubbles, but okay, we could talk about Daniel.
Aaliyah, you were somebody that was a very big personality this season. If something did not sit right with you, you let them know. Even in your confessionals on Discord, you literally tried to quit a couple times and said you were done with this cast. What were your thoughts overall
Aaliyah.
about like this cast in this game?
I had a fun time playing the game. And I really like the format. Like I like being able to go on live and you have that time then and it's on YouTube and stuff. And I like the quick rounds. I like being able to do it all in one night. So I like that like was good for me. But I don't know, like I didn't like a lot of people. Like, I didn't like talking to a lot of people. I'd get into rooms and Ty, you would just be droning on, and I'd be like, I can't listen to this. So I'd
Dead.
leave the room. Like I just couldn't listen to it. And yeah, so some people pissed me off a lot. I don't like big alliances. Like if there's one thing I really don't like, it's that. And especially when they're in your face. So I think that like it's just boring. Um I mean it's okay, fine, good gameplay. I mean you won, but I'm bored. That's why I was like heavy advocating for Kalani, whether if she was on like during the jury roundtable, because I was like she played like a open game. She was HOH 100 times, and I'm like, and everyone's just bitter, and like I find that to be boring. So like yeah, from start to finish, I had my ups and my downs.
I will say during the jury roundtable, you were somebody that was being a very, very big advocate for Kalani to win. I remember that for
Yeah,
sure.
because I feel like you win 1,000 competitions, but like, and I think like I told them in the jury roundtable, I was like, like you have to pick a side. Like if you're working with everybody and you win HOH, you have to pick a side. But like when in my opinion, like yeah, people are gonna be mad, but like haters hate and bitches are just boring. Like, so I just think like if you pick your side and you don't flip-flop, like that's good gameplay. Like she picked her side early on, she stuck with those people that she was working with, and I think and she made it to the end, like and it might not align with what we wanted her to do or what I wanted her to do multiple times that she won HOH, but like at the end of the game she played openly. So I feel that like even then I was like whatever. Like I think a social game is good. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think Mac and Keisha played great games. But I think like Kalani's was just more open. So I was like, then I had to, and I was like, it was like pulling hair. And then Daniel was just talking about nothing. He was talking about shit that happened on day 15. And I'm like, okay, this happened on day 15. Like, stop. Like, enough. Like, I can't listen to him. And then he was like, and I'm like, if you wanted to debrief about your 12th place game, like I told him or whatever it was, then you should have said, hey, let's debrief. Let's get on a call. Let's start a Zoom. But don't do it during the jury roundtable. Like, I don't want to listen to it. Like I didn't want to listen to anybody. I didn't want to listen to
Yeah,
this.
I know. Like, since we're sitting here talking about droning on, right? So, like, how often was I droning on in the BCs that this is something that you're mentioning right now?
I feel like I would get in and you would just be talking. And I'd be like, okay. And then like other people would talk and then you would just talk again. And I'd be like, okay. And then I would just be like, forever you want to get in a call?
Isn't
Or
that
like,
kind of how a
Kalani, let's go
conversation
talk.
works?
I mean, like, yeah, but sometimes you overpower it.
So, some people they go on and on and on and on and on. And
Soraya, that's
I'm
one thing you did was
Just
go
like you,
on and on and
Soraya.
on
I'm
about
one
Okay,
of
now
shit
the
that
back to
last
wasn't
people
even in
to
Aaliyah.
the game.
listen.
You
I'm
were in
very
BCs all
self-aware.
of 2 to maybe 3 times, girl. So, I don't understand what you mean by droning on, because I feel like, especially when there were multiple people in there, I did not drone the fuck on. I kind of tried to listen to what everybody was trying to say, and I literally was telling people, it was interesting that this person's sitting in here not saying anything.
I feel like it was easier to talk to you when it was like in like a two-person call or a one-person call. But also I feel that like, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were cool. So to hear that I'm over here droning on, it's like, wow, okay.
I mean, I like you. Like,
Girl, I don't
I
want to hear
don't
that
not
shit.
like you, but I just felt like you were
I don't
just
want to hear
talking
that
a
shit.
lot.
I'm droning on. Girl, bye.
I mean, that was the
Okay.
nice way to put it.
Was
Yeah.
it? Next subject.
Oh,
You know you
Thank
like
you.
talking about food.
It's yeah.
Next.
One subject I do want to turn to before I turn over to Prod, because I know Prod has some juicy questions to ask you. Tori, I want to turn to you because I know you were very upset about your eviction. And what's crazy about that night, and I'm just going to be completely honest and give the tea, is I was so shook that you left that night because prior, I remember Keisha, and you could attest to this, you were in your confessional. I remember that you always stated that you wanted Ty to go before like 5 or 6. So when I saw that Tori, you were in 5th place, I was shook, honestly. What was your reaction when you were evicted?
So I had this gut feeling for the whole second half of the game. Once I became aware that I was not part of this majority alliance, I was in a group chat, Pinky Swear Alliance, with everyone, with Ty, Mac, Keisha, Tavon. It was 5 of us. Um, Once I heard there were other group chats that involved them and Daniel, them and Kaylani. Once Kaylani put me on the block and everything, I saw the divide like clear in front of my eyes. So as I kept going, being put up on the block by Ty, I was like, okay, like the fact that Ty put me up on the block, compared to anyone else left in the game means we're not as close as I thought we were. You know, I really thought he would have put up Keisha or Mac before me because of how close he made me feel to him. And then as the game kept going with Mac then putting me up, I knew Mac would put me up. I knew when he became HOH that that was going to be a thing because at that point it became very apparent to me that they were all very closely working together. And when he said he was going to put me up in our private call after he did, I tried doing the best convincing as well as I could to not. And he said that they wouldn't, but they did anyway. And I was like, "Well, talk to Keisha, like try to get it to work." But I knew Keisha wasn't going to use the veto on me, so I had to do my best in that situation to like say, you know, okay, when it becomes Final Four, like, you know, Keisha and Mac, my pitch to you guys is, you know, that Kehlani's my targets and she's been putting me up, like, keep me in the game and you're guaranteed that, you know, one of you aren't touching the block because Kaylani is going to be the other person touching the block. I tried to do my best case, but I don't blame them at all because I was coming after them during the game too. Like I was the one that put the penalty that voted out Mac to stir up the pot. Even though Mac, I knew you weren't going anywhere. I wanted it back because I thought you were the one that put the vote on me.
No, ma'am.
Come to find out it's Ty. Like, and there was so many mind fucks towards the end of this game, and it was very well played. Like, I'm not bitter, no hard feelings. Keisha, I voted for you to win. You earned it. You deserved it. It would have come down to a very hard decision if it was Mac and Keisha sitting at the end, but very well deserved. Best game players of the season.
I can say, Tori, I did not lie to you when I said if it came down to a tie, I was going to evict Ty. Because to me, I think like at that point, Ty was like
I thought
really
you were lying to me. I was like,
no,
I
I
can't
wasn't.
trust that.
I just didn't talk to Keisha about if that scenario had happened, that I was willing to make that move.
That's why
And
I tried to get you guys. Yeah.
Honestly, even if he would have talked to me, I still wouldn't have saved you, Tori, only because the night before when you told Aaliyah, I was like, okay, so I can't trust anything Tori's saying because Tori's gonna go back and she's going to tell other people. So that tells me that you're not with me. So I was like, okay. And then on top of that, so I was just like, I just can't. But then also I was thinking in the moment, like, who you were close with in the jury. And I said, oh, hell no. If this chick somehow stumbles into the end, she's going to win because she has a ton of votes already sitting ready to vote for her in jury. So I said, oh, no, I can't do it. Yeah, I was like, forever, Aaliyah, Zion. I said, oh, no, 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 no. Like,
you know, if Ty was gone, Ty. Like,
And I was riding
Bubbles.
Ty's entire game
Right.
until Mac, you decided to not use the power of veto to save Chase, and I was like, "Oh, I was not in on that." And I
felt
know
like
what you
we
said.
were
I know.
we were always good. Like I always felt like me and you were closer out of the trio that we had. So like it always like
I know,
to
but
me,
that's what made me feel very out of the loop because then I voted to keep Chase, but like Keisha didn't. I didn't know your side of the story, Keisha, with how you and Chase
And I
had
wanted
that
to
going
tell
on.
you, I wanted to tell you, but I was like, I know that they're like this. And if I was to tell her that I felt a type of way towards Chase, she's going to go tell Chase. And then Chase
Totally
is going to come after
understandable
me.
because
So
I
I was
would.
just like, I can't say anything to her until Chase is gone.
Right. Yeah, and I get that. Like very well played. And then once I found out about like that you guys having a group without me being known without me being told about it by you guys, but by other people in the house, that's when I was like, they don't trust me enough to tell me that. I got to start working with other people in the house. And that's when I tried to get Daniel to like target you guys, and then me working with Forever and Aaliyah to try to like put you guys up because I knew you guys were getting down to the end. And I felt like I was at the lowest tier of our alliance, which played out to be true.
Sorry.
Don't worry, girl. Same,
No
same.
bitterness, no bitterness. It's a game. I love you guys.
Well, we're glad that that was all aired out. I'm now going to turn over to Rob and Kate, who may ask you guys a couple of questions or get some tea. And then after that, we're going to get into host notes. All right, Rob, you have the floor.
I will go first. Okay. Well, one, I want to say it's been a great time, pleasure watching you guys from behind the scenes and reading all of your messages. You guys are messy behind the scenes, not so much on camera. I have a few notes and questions for not everyone, but just a few people. I'll start with obviously the top three. Keisha, again, congratulations. You played a really, really good stealthy, but really cool strategic game. So congratulations to you again. You really did put in a lot of hard work behind the scenes. You and Mac, that duo that was a powerful duo in the group that I mean in the house that a lot of people probably didn't catch until too late. I want to know if Mac left sooner, who would you have aligned gonna be your new number one?
It would have been Kaylani because like from early on, I linked up with Kaylani, and it would have been me and Kaylani just like as it was because it was like Mac and then Kaylani.
Cool. And kind of something. Oh, you said
Ty, don't even do that because I could say some stuff right now, Ty. Like, don't
Go
do
ahead and
that.
say it. We at the reunion.
Don't do
Say it.
that. Go
Say
ahead,
it.
finish, Ross. I
No,
will,
say
but
it.
go
No,
ahead,
you
Ross.
want
Finish.
you can say some stuff. Go ahead and say it.
Listen, you literally tried to play that you okay, Tori, did when you came and said, Keisha, Ty said me, you, and Mac are his people. Ty still to this day will say he never said that to you.
You told me that, Ty.
I did say that.
And you said to me over and over, I don't know what that girl's talking about. I never said that to
Of
her. I never
course.
said that to that girl. So
Of course.
exactly.
Ty,
So
you did me
I
so dirty.
yeah.
Because
So I
I
said,
was
okay.
trying to figure out where the
And
fuck Keisha
and
and
I
Max
and I
stood.
listen,
Because remember, I had a conversation with you trying to see where you stood with Keisha and Mac. And I had a conversation with Mac as well to try to see where Mac stood with you. Because I was trying to figure all of this out. And that's that whole reason why that whole thing went down. Because I'm like, who is Tori close to? Because she's close to someone. Who is she
look,
close
And I always talk very
if you
highly
would have
about
been
this
honest with
too.
me
I
and
wanted
said
us to
that,
work together.
yeah, if you would have listened, Ty, me and you had good conversations, and I was
We
genuine with you
did.
until that situation happened, and you didn't realize how close I was with Tori, and then Tori told me, and I came back to you and I said, Tori said this, and you instead of saying, yeah, I said that to her because I was trying to get her on my side, you lied, and then later down the road, you said, oh, you and Tori aren't close, and then you slipped up and said, oh, I talk to Tori every day, every morning. Me and Tori have, and I said, okay, noted. I'm gonna put that in my brain. I just wish that our conversations would have been more genuine between me and you when it comes to what the moves you were making outside, because I wouldn't have second guessed so much when it came
Okay.
to it. And that's the
So
only reason why. And it was, and that one moment, I was just like, okay, Ty, and there's nothing against you with that, nothing against you, because it's a game, we're all playing. But I said, okay, so Ty's playing like that, so that's fine. I'm just gonna be aware that that's how Ty is playing. And I'm just going to make sure that I still keep my connection with Ty so that Ty don't do that to me.
Okay. Can I?
But I mean, I guess
Can-
my question is, what did
Okay.
Tori benefit from telling Keisha?
So what I was waiting to do is speak. So are we going to answer Aaliyah's question, or am I able to
You
respond?
talk first, Ty, and
It's
then
the
I'll
spice for
talk
me.
You talk first, Ty.
Go ahead, Aaliyah. I don't even know what I was going to say. Like, go ahead.
I asked Tori a question.
So when Ty said that to me, I was like, oh, perfect. Yes. He says that in his trust rankings, he trusts me, Keisha, and Mac. I'm gonna go run to them because they're my duo in the game I'm working with. And I want to let them know that so that way, like, the four of us can solidify something very strong. And then I guess this is my first time hearing, Ty, that since you denied it, that's when things kind of got a little bit iffy. But the whole goal for me running back and telling Keisha and Mac that is because I'm like, great news. Ty really likes me in the game and likes you guys in the game. And you guys like Ty. Let's all get together and let's vote together and work together.
See,
So
had you
I'm gonna
told me
establish
that, because that was the whole thing, is that I did not know where Keisha and Mac lied. Things were
I had
starting
to
to get
hide that from you, how close the three of us were.
yes,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I told Prod, I'm like, had you and I been a bit more open, this game would have been so different. But
I told Prod, sorry not to cut you off, but real quick, I told Prod, like, I was working with Keisha, Mac, and Chase. Chase left. It was, Mac and Keisha were my people. I mean, since the very beginning of the game. And I kept saying to Prod, you are my second tier, next person that I trust the most in this game, besides the alliance that I've been working with since like the very start of the game, night one.
And is
yeah,
that
because I literally peeked it, and I tried to. That's why I tried to connect you, Kaylani, and Tavon at the time, because I saw that Keisha and Mac were like starting to be like this, and I'm just like, well, what is going on here? Like, what even is this? Unfortunately, but at that point, everybody knew who they were not fucking with, but everybody was fucking with Keisha and Mac. So at that, it was a fight. I'm surprised that I made it to the top 3. To be honest, I think it was literally the will of God.
I knew I couldn't trust Tori as far as I could throw her once she came to me
Tori,
and spilled all the
I
beans.
wanted you to. If you would have, girl.
She wanted me to go back and act like we were still beefing. And
I guess this is the time that I announced to you, Kaylani, that I was the second menace in the game who put you up.
You don't have to announce it. We already know.
I saw that. I know, and I was like, fuck. So I was like,
Already
going
been
up an
announced.
uphill battle.
You knew?
Yeah,
Well,
I
I knew
announced it at
after
the
the game.
finale.
Oh, okay. I did.
But I knew once you came and immediately spilled all the beans to me about who you were working with, how Ty was your number one, and you're gonna ride or die with Ty to the end. I was like, yeah, I can't trust this girl. She's gotta
I'm
go.
saying that to you because I thought you and Ty were really, really close. So
We were. We were
that.
very close, but I didn't come out to you and tell you that. You came to me and told me that. So I didn't go out my way to like tell you those things. You immediately spilled the beans to me. So I was like, oh yeah, I can't trust this girl.
Well, I thought we had a good relationship.
Kaylani.
Like we were chit-chatting and stuff. And actually, I forget who I nominated first, but I nominated 2 other people as the menace before you, Kaylani. You were my third pick, but the other 2 I couldn't because I think they got put up, the person that I was gonna do.
I can attest to that. Number 1, it was Kylie, but then Kylie got taken off by Karina, and then the backup was Bubbles, but Bubbles' team was safe.
You were the third person, so
during the game, I did not know. No thoughts whatsoever.
I know. But I feel bad. I feel guilty. I will say I feel guilty because at that point in the game, it was the second, HOH and everything, second menace. I did like our connection, our bond. Like I thought we had something really like sweet going on, talking about like our
we would have definitely had that shit. If we would have started from the beginning, we most
I know. I didn't want to sabotage your
Okay, guys. We do have to keep things moving. I'm so sorry. So Rob, back to you.
Yeah, y'all can kumbaya later. It's time for drama.
Boring.
No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna.
Y'all let us hash it out so we can leave tonight in peace.
Oh, you ain't gonna be leaving in peace when I go over my host notes.
Oh no.
Well, I am because I still got some shit that I need to say to two people in particular.
Hold up right now.
Hurry up.
What
And
the
they know
Okay,
exactly who they are
we're
because
gonna
y'all
get to you.
looking
We're gonna
right
get
at
to you.
me.
Okay, back to you, Rob.
Okay. Still with Keisha. It seems like Aaliyah kind of mentioned that she felt the Kalani deserved to win a little bit more with you. Do you have any rebuttal to that? Ooh,
No, she's entitled to her opinion.
okay, that's all. Okay, moving on to Kaylani, who just walked off. Also, you did a really amazing game. You won competitions, and you were really super social, which I think kind of hurt your game a little bit. We talked about this a couple times in the CFs. You are the person I felt most connected to in the game. Something about your soul and your spirit. I just really connected to. I think you're really amazing. I mean, you all were really nice people, but just really connected to Kalani when we had our CF. So thank you, I guess. I did, I've asked you this before, but is there anything about your game that you would change about your gameplay?
Maybe not be as friendly, but I'm friendly like that in anything I do. I don't know how to not be friendly. I don't know how to like stop conversations when they get to a certain point, like, don't talk to me anymore. I'm talking to other people. I don't think I would change anything because it got me to where I was, but I think that definitely rubbed some people the wrong way because they were like, oh, we had all these great conversations. And then you turned around and like voted me, and it was like, no, I those were all genuine. I think everybody here was great. I just had people that I was already aligned with. And I mean, you still, even though you have alliances, you still have to talk to people outside of that. And it just sucked that majority of the conversations I had outside the alliance were amazing conversations. So
Don't change a thing, girl. You are the fucking shit.
You didn't need to change a thing about your game.
Don't
Actually,
ever
Aaliyah
change a
convinced me
thing.
to vote for you during the jury vote. Like, she brought up great points about your game, and I was going to, but ultimately it came down to Keisha's final speech over yours. If you talk
Yeah.
a little bit
Oh,
more.
dude. If I had a chance to vote Kalani, you 100% would have got him in there. So
Okay, I'm going to move on to Ty. You also played a really great game. You were very strategic, and you were the creator pretty much of the biggest alliance of the season. So I guess kudos to you for that. You're going to have to give us one last good cry before we wrap this up, though, because
I'm holding it in, child, because the way I'm sitting here, like every last one of these fake ass motherfucking hoes, I don't like none of y'all asses. None of you.
Stop. You, not me.
No,
I
Tori,
was
I love you
yelling
down,
to
Tori. I
you.
love Kaylani down. I love Tavon down.
Damn, he got
And I said
quiet.
what I said.
well, I was going to say in my notes that I like the collectives. I like to see the deep conversations that you guys were having and the bonds, but it seems like those are broken now. I don't know what's going on. We'll get back to you.
I can't stand fake people. I get it that this is a game. I get it that this is a game. But like there were times when we were not talking game, and you can squint your face up all you want to, but like literally there are times when we were not talking game, and like I'm sitting and there was literally a moment that we were talking about fake people, and you're literally one of them sitting here talking about fake people, and it's just like, girl, what? I'm baffled, I'm hurt, I'm confused. I'm like, was anything real? Was it all fucking game? And I get it that this is a fucking game, right? I get it
Name
that this is
names.
I get it.
Yeah,
They know exactly who I'm talking to.
well,
I get it that this is
everybody
a game.
knows. So just say, let the person know who you're talking so they can come back to you.
They'll speak up because they know exactly who I'm talking to. So I get it that this is a game, but at the same time, it's just like there were times when I was over here being like strategic, having conversation with people, i.e. Forever. However, the conversations that I had with Forever were legitimate, they were real. I enjoyed them. I've told several of you guys that our conversations, although it seems weird because he won't talk game with me, I don't know if they're real or not. From my side, they seem good. I really like them. Like I like him as a person. I wish we were not on opposition or we weren't opposition of each other. However, I'm sitting here looking at the people who I did feel like, okay, our conversations are great. Everything's gonna be, beautiful once we get out of this game, right? Like I might have actually made some fucking friends, and yet, But I'm gonna leave it there since I don't drone on.
Damn.
I'm gonna get to you, Chase. Hold on. I'm assuming you're talking about Keisha. Keisha, do you have any?
I'm talking about two people at this point, but yes,
Is that
Keisha.
Aaliyah? Are you talking about Aaliyah?
You know, that's so funny that you're upset because I played the game, but I can't be upset that you played the game. So you did what I did, and it's a problem. But what you did, what we did the same thing. But I can't be feel some type of way and play the same game you were playing with people on the backside, and you're upset with me because I did the same exact thing that you did.
No, honey, no, not at all.
So then,
not at
what's
all.
the problem? So then, why are you upset?
The game was over, and I'm trying to continue having conversations because we've literally talked every day.
And I literally have been sleeping for 2 days because my freaking mouth has been killing me. And I literally messaged you as soon as I woke up from my sleep. And that's a problem. You literally said, I totally get it. I understand the pain that you're going through. You said that to me. So because I didn't message you right afterwards, that's a problem? That's weird. That's really weird. Because it's not like I ghosted you and I never said nothing to you. I literally responded to you the very next day. Did I or did I not?
I would like to say if anyone did DM me, I'm sorry. My Instagram only works on my computer and I'm never on this bitch. So.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. I was gonna just say I totally back you up there, Keisha. Like I love you, Ty. I like you, Keisha. Of course, we just played a game, but I agree that fucking everybody was being fake with each other. Everybody was having conversations that
Everybody
felt
was
friendly.
not.
Everybody felt like they were making friends with people.
I think looking from this side of it, I understand where, particularly with the collective, how deep the conversations were, and I'm not citing anything. And I'm gonna wrap it up and say I would hope that you two can have an offline conversation. Because we're not gonna do this all night, but you two should talk because you seem like you had a really really great bond, and I would hate for some misunderstanding or whatever this
And
is
I
in the moment.
literally responded, so I don't understand. It's not like I ghosted you and I never said a word to you. Oh, you can turn your camera off, but it's the truth. You want me to show them that I responded to your message?
Production.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mariah.
Okay.
I need to go to sleep soon. Can y'all hurry up?
Girl, no, we're here all night. You gotta go.
We're
You gotta
trying,
go.
baby. We're trying. All right, back to you, Rob.
but I haven't slept yet, and it's 5 o'clock. So if I can be up, you can be up, Soraya. Thank you very much.
Okay, and that haircut's looking fresh.
Right.
So that was the top three. In the beginning, I did have my eyes on three people who I thought was going to take it all away, and that was Chase, Daniel, and Tori. But you all let me down. I'm joking.
Love it.
Daniel's not here, so I'm not really going to go into Daniel. I did have some questions for him, but I know Aaliyah, you had mentioned something you wanted to say about Daniel.
Oh yeah, I just said I didn't like him.
Okay.
Ever. At any point in the game.
Got it.
Anybody
I
else?
found him to be very likable.
He would always just talk about me. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I said this about you," and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
"I'm
he
at
did
work."
talk a lot about you.
Oh my
Like,
God, and he did
obsessed.
stir up the pot trying to say that I came to him and said Aaliyah said something which never came out of my mouth. So best believe I'm gonna go and clear that shit up. And he was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to see who was gonna run and tell you I said it first."
I think he had something against the olive oil.
Probably.
No, I think he's just not a good game player.
Hey, I'll kind of back that up. I did trust Daniel like a motherfucker, and I know he didn't vote to keep me. Like, I know he didn't vote to keep me, and he pretended like he did after. And
I asked him if he did, and he told me.
yeah, I found out he did not. He's about to save me. So, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's one where afterwards I was like, wow, that one hurts. Like, I can understand everybody in the game making their stuff, but like that one, I genuinely thought I trusted him, but no.
Daniel was also part of the collective, and he was in a good spot until he started hanging around with the messy one, and then that kind of cost him his game.
His life.
And we won't talk about that one. Anywho, moving. Chase, you were definitely a top 5 pick for me, but I feel like you just spread yourself a lot too thin, trying to be with everyone, and that kind of was your downfall. And my only question for you is a rhetorical question, but why didn't you grab shampoo? That's all we needed you to do is grab shampoo.
Dude, I honestly, the only bottle I saw when I got in that bathroom was that one, and I thought I had 2 tiny black bottles, and I couldn't find the other one, so I just grabbed it, and I was like, well, fuck, I didn't even see it till y'all called it out, and I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking retarded, but not much I can do about it, at the end of the day. But no, I'm glad you, like you said, I thought I was being friendly with everybody, but of course I wasn't looking at a bigger picture. And like you said, I was talking to everybody, setting it too thin. I just didn't realize that, that was going to be a problem until too late.
Cool. Tori, you were also a top 5 pick for me. I thought you played a really smooth game, although I really could never tell where you were. You were just kind of in that middle, and I never really saw, were you really trying to grab with this person? Were you really trying to grab with that person? It wasn't until towards the end where I was like, okay, you're really, really messing with Ty. But I think by that time it was a little late, too late.
I
But
was rocking with Ty throughout the whole game, really, until what made me like sort of start to distrust him was obviously when he put me up on the block. That's when I was like, that solidified to me, okay, he's got a this shows his trust tier rankings, right? So I think that's what did it for me. And then also just learning throughout the game that he was part of this cornbread alliance that I was not part in, and that he didn't let me know about that. Mac didn't let me know about that alliance, and Keisha, who all three of them were in it, didn't let me know that I was aware, meant I was on the outskirts.
I think you
Don't
were
say
in it.
cornbread like cornbread ain't good. You like it.
I was gonna say, I think you definitely were in it. The only thing that was different was that I was in it instead of you. So I think that was the only like
You were literally a part of the Cornbread Alliance, Tori, by proxy. That was it. And
Yeah, very
honestly,
adjacent.
Chase was too by proxy. Chase was just doing a lot.
You
But
guys
he
were
was
playing
connected to
Ty
Daniel, and Daniel was
Yeah.
also doing a lot.
I was rocking with you guys up until
I
I was
fucked up. I've rugged up.
yeah. And that's what made me like get closer to Forever and Leah towards the end of the game, trying to, come up with something to then start going towards this alliance, start getting some numbers out.
yeah, Tori, just one question
It
for you.
seemed mutual.
Sorry, so week 11, when you voted for the Tavon versus Mac vote, why did you choose to vote out Mac?
Oh, you trying to be messy.
I was trying to be messy, because
I'm trying
I
to-
wanted to spice it up so that way there was talk about, oh, who was that one vote? And I assumed it would not get pinned on me. So
Okay,
I
yeah. Because I thought it was.
You were trying to pin it on me, girl.
It was Ty because I was like, him and
It
Tavon are close. I know they're close.
You was
like,
trying to pin it
So
on me
that's
so
why
bad.
I
I'm like,
did
it's
it.
not me.
B, it was part of my paranoia because prior to that is when I got put on the block and I had some votes that of people trying to get me out that were clearly from my alliance, because doing the math, even if Forever and Aaliyah, which they did, vote me out when it was me and Zion, there was still one other person in our alliance that had to vote me out. Turns out it was Ty, which shocked me, but I thought it was Mac, because I thought Mac was feeling me out. And I thought, Mac, you could sense the vibe from me, like since what happened with Chase.
Oh yeah, I definitely
I was
felt that.
pulling back a little bit, and that's why I thought you voted me out, and that's why I wanted to give
I
one
was
get
gonna keep pushing. I was gonna keep pushing you until you got back on my side. There was no way I was gonna let you go.
I thought you were done with me. It was
No.
a paranoid move too. So it was part paranoid, part stirring the pot, seeing what would happen, and it worked.
And speaking of Mac, I think you also played a really, really great game, very similar to Keisha's. Your games were intertwined, and I think most of the pride actually pegged you as being the winner. But unfortunately, you got cut right at that fourth go.
Ty.
Yeah,
Really
I
enjoyed
wanted to
watching you.
keep you, but I trusted Keisha, and I was wrong. But love you down, Mac.
Hey, it's okay. It's a game. So
Yeah.
no hard feelings.
I adored watching you. I thought you did a really great job. Is there anything you think you could have done to prevent getting cut in the fourth? At the fourth?
My power not being out. I think that was really it. My power being out, and then I just kind of struggled to keep and maintain those relationships towards the end. So I don't think there was much I really could have done. I think like also Kalani fucked Ty a little bit at the end. It didn't put me on the block. So if I would have been on the block, I think I probably would have stayed.
Yep.
But I think that like that broke Ty's trust with Kalani, and maybe I know me and Kalani wanted to be there at the end, but like Ty saw that and he's like, probably let me just cut Mac right here. So there's not much I could have done,
I do want to apologize. I feel like that cost you your game. And I was like, I felt so awful because I
No,
was
it's
like,
okay.
I just wanted everyone to have a fair chance to at least try to fight for their spot. And I knew that you were like not at home. You were already in a weird place, but you were still participating. And I just figured, like, well, whoever will take you off will get to decide. But then you got sent home strictly because you weren't on the block. And I was like, oh my God, did I just fuck it up for Mac?
I needed to win veto, and that's what it really came down to. It's just not winning veto and saving myself. So I can't blame anybody but myself at the end of the day. So
I'm going to try to wrap it up because I know we're running on time. One last question for you, Mac. I know Keisha would have taken you if you were there. Would you have taken Keisha over Kalani?
yes. Oh yeah. Sorry, Kalani. It was me and Keisha till the
We knew
end.
that.
I think that would have been your
Yes.
best chance at winning the game is by going with Keisha because y'all played similar games. I think if it was me or Ty up against you, it would have definitely won, but I don't know.
Okay, Forever, you were the driving force of the minority side of the house. I think you were the kind of the glue for all the little pieces because you guys weren't really alliance until later part, but you were like that glue that's kind of holding the others, kind of pulling them together to eventually start forming things. So I think you played a pretty great game on that side. I did have a lot of questions, not a lot, but I did have a few questions in regards to the whole because I think that you and Ty's feud kind of drove the way the game went because it was this side and versus this side, and it just kind of escalated from there. I do want to ask, why were you on the side of slash wanting to vote out Tavon versus the Jay in the beginning?
Well, no, I just heard it. I just heard it. I promise, I just heard it. I didn't know what. I didn't know either one of them yet.
But I saw the message. You did more than just hear it. You actually were moving what it looked like. You were moving forward to saving Jay, who hadn't been there, over
You did
Tavon.
express that you like Jay.
I didn't even talk to Jay. I didn't talk to
No,
Jay.
no one did because he didn't show up. But I'm not gonna talk about that either.
Remember you
Forever, I love you. I always was trying to have your back forever, but I do remember you saying something about saving Jay. It's not a big deal.
Well, it didn't
I do
happen.
remember.
I wanted clarity on this because
It's not like I-
Forever, you were the first person that actually did bring that up to me when it was me, you, and Karina on a call, and you were like, "This stays between us. This doesn't get out." And then Bubbles messages me about wanting to save Jay possibly, and then you were like, "Don't tell anybody." And then that with Bubbles talking to me made me realize that you spoke to Bubbles about it, or you guys had a conversation.
Bubbles
Either
spoke
he
to
reached out
me.
to you first or you reached out to him first, but Bubbles was aware of the conversation of us three, and Karina and I were like, whoa, 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 we don't want to be associated with this. Like, this is not our doing. We just got wrapped into this because we were on a VC call. Like, and then that's why I jumped ship and I was like, that's weird energy that people are fighting so hard for a man that has not been in this game. Like, I wanted no part of it. But I still to this day I'm confused if it was you or Bubbles.
Well, either way,
Probably Bubbles.
Well, either way, I barely spoke to Tavon, and I didn't speak to Jay. I barely spoke to Jay either. So I'm hearing both sides of which one I want to do. It's day 2. It's day
Yeah.
1. Like I don't know anyone, so of course I'm just hearing both sides. Now, today, I wish we would have voted to keep Jay, obviously, because it's a big alliance. I wish. So that's probably.
But that's what started it, though. Had that not happened,
Yeah,
this
no.
alliance would never have done. And then,
So what you should have done was like not talk about Jay at all and just say, yeah, there's a ghost in the house. Why the fuck would we vote him? That should be what you should wish for.
Yeah,
not
it was
wishing to
mission
keep
save
him.
Tavon. It was
Well, it's
mission
okay.
save
Well,
Tavon.
well, it's okay. Everything happened how it's supposed to happen. I don't like big alliances either, like Aaliyah. So like
There
I
would
don't
have
like-
never been a big alliance if you guys weren't trying to save a ghost.
Yeah, I think that's
Well,
what
it's okay,
started
though,
it.
but
Forever
it's okay.
should be faulted for it because it was the only topic of conversation at that point in the game to have with the two noms on the
At the
block.
end of the day, though, Forever, you played amazing. You got hella far. You know,
Yeah,
and
I
you were at the
Forever
bottom
played
at first, and you climbed your
And
way
when they
back
were
up.
talking about taking him to final 2, I said absolutely not. He will win the game. Get him the
I
fuck
think
out.
Forever would have
No, he played
Yeah.
honest and
You were the
smart, and I
underdog
respect
with the
it.
heathen.
You did. I give you your props too, Forever. You definitely played a good game.
Thank you. And I do want to say one more thing.
Yes.
When I say I don't like the cast, it's in the game because y'all, I wasn't in the big alliance. I wasn't in it. I'm the minority side, like Rob said. So of course I don't like the big group. I
Okay,
want
so
all y'all out.
I wasn't going to touch on
I think
it.
what
Hold on,
started the
everyone. Hold on. Let me just get this
Oh, go
out.
ahead.
I wasn't going to touch on it, but since you just brought it up again, because you did a few times in chats, particularly with people who are not here, said that you do not like Ty. Not so much you never mentioned Tavon, but you did say that previously. So were you just meaning in the game? I don't like him for the game. Is that what kind of how you meant, maybe, or maybe
So
you're just
I
not really
don't.
remembering
So
it?
I don't know about person, but I don't. I didn't like the big alliance. I didn't like the cast because I wasn't in it. There's an 18-person cast, and if half of them are in one alliance that I'm not in, of course I don't like the cast. But to answer, even if I did say something, I don't dislike him. So either way, no matter what, I don't dislike.
You don't want
Yeah,
this.
that's a given.
Oh, now Prod's
Yeah.
over here confirming exactly what the people of the house were confirming. So I'm just like, are we still not owning up? Because I believed you for a moment there. I'm like, okay, maybe he didn't. Maybe it was just Chase, exaggerating. I exaggerate. Cool. But like now Prod's over here saying it too. So I'm just like, were you
It's not
like, where's
dislike
the
though.
truth
But
at?
even
Because why would they
just
lie?
what either way, even if the answer is even if I did say that, who cares? Like who cares?
Maybe
I
you
don't
were
think I
just
did.
being
I do. That's
messy and
why
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
asking.
think I did. Well, either way, Ty, it seems like what will be the end result? The end
I'm
result's the
just
same.
well, I mean, I was curious to know. You said what you said. Cool, whatever. I was over it. Then we're back here at the reunion. So it gets brought up. Cool. Okay, let me ask again because I'm curious to know. You say what you say, people, corroborate. So I'm cool with it. Okay, cool. Moving on. Now Prod's like, hey, okay, cool. And well, we saw all the messages. So you said this just now, but we saw this, so that's why now I'm kind of wondering, okay, well, if Prod can see everything, I can't. Like, what actually is true?
So
Well,
to wrap it up,
wait,
it
can I
sounds
say
like he
one
might.
more thing? Can I
Go,
say
go.
one more thing? If I did say I don't like Ty, I'm saying out loud that I don't dislike him, but there was a clear big alliance with like 8 people who all and when we say
It was
dislike,
six, but
it's in
yeah.
the game.
I mean,
Sure, 6 people, but they also had all these other people that were attached to it. And at the end of the day, they didn't want me, so it's don't like in the game. They wanted me out. So what does it matter if I didn't like I didn't like Mac and
I'm
Mac
just
doesn't
I
care.
didn't
I
want you
was
out. I wanted y'all to mend things.
forever. I will say that you never
I
said you
tried,
didn't like. You
Kaylani.
never said you didn't like Ty. You just said you didn't get why he was going after you. You never told me you didn't like him. So
You
You use
literally sent a
Ty as
voice
a
message that
threat in
said,
the
I
Okay,
game.
don't know
I'm glad. I'm
why.
sorry.
So
Sorry.
Okay, guys.
yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
I don't know why that you and Ty don't like each other. That's all I was saying. I just don't get it. He didn't say like you fucking hate each other, but you guys definitely had your beef, and you guys said you didn't trust or like each other. I was like,
Those are
why?
literally the words that you use, Chase.
Yeah,
That's not
That's
what you
that's
But
when
that's
I
what I
was
just
fucked
said.
up. As soon
But Ty is
Everything
all in
good
the
on.
game though. It's all
Okay, guys, we do need to keep this forward, not to dwell on the topic. But Rob, back to you.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. What it sounds like, and to end this, and you guys can talk offline as well. Maybe he didn't like you in the beginning. Now he likes you. Moving on. Aaliyah, I want to say that I really appreciate you trying to activate this cast. You were a very interesting house guest, and I think if you would have just aligned, I felt like you weren't really trying to align with people. You just, I'm here now. You always had a direct, which I appreciate, and it wasn't like you were really trying to lock in. And I think that's what your downfall was. But had you locked in, if you got into cornbread, or even with a strong player, I definitely could have saw you rising to the top. But
something, girl, because I loved you down.
I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, I
Even
wanted to
though I
ask.
be droning on.
Okay, Rob.
Someone's in their feelings today. Anywho, Aaliyah, when you first came in and you won that HOH, it seemed like you just kind of jumped in to save and be partnered with Soraya. Why? And do you feel that that helped or hurt your game?
Okay, can I say, do you remember when we did the confessional and I was drunk in New Orleans and then you were like, what are you gonna do? All of you were like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna win HOH. And then you're like, okay, but specifically you were like, okay,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't happen. What's your backup plan? And I'm like, well, don't doubt me. So I did win that HOH because I felt like I was like, well, he was like, he doesn't think I'm gonna win it, so I need to win it.
I didn't mean it like that, but yeah, you did. You shut
So
me
I was
up.
like, okay, well, but then no, I don't know. I just think I love the lives and I think they're so fun and I just like that's the time to talk, I feel like. Like I want to talk there. Like this is what we have this open strategizing for. And like I was drunk in New Orleans. I wasn't talking to people, so I didn't know what was going on. And then people are like, "Oh, Sarai is the menace." And I'm like, "I'm going to tell her."
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna
And
move
she
on.
was.
Tavon and Sarai, I'm gonna group you together. The both of you had me cracking up. If we had an award for funniest, the two of you get tied for it. You both had me cracking up this whole season, for different reasons. But yeah, just hilarious. I'm sending both of you a case of water because think you kind of need it.
What?
A case of water, water. Now you got to say it in the UK, water.
Oh, I'm just a bit bored.
Oh, ooh,
Damn.
Well,
My
girl, bye.
fellas,
You can
my
hop off at any time.
no
Nobody's
time.
forcing you to be here. You were the first boot.
I'm gonna keep me.
Okay, Kaylani.
Rob,
If you're tired,
Rob,
good night.
Kalani, I wasn't talking
Rob.
about you, but now since you want to
I know
fight,
you weren't. I was talking to you. In case you were
I'm
drunk and
just
couldn't tell.
listen,
I was
I'm
talking
just
to
sitting
you.
here, you know, having a key, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to say that we need to let the show go on, honey.
Did you ever talk about the show or was it strictly about apps?
Right.
Let's be
I didn't
real.
talk
Were you
about
even
apps.
here?
I brought it once. I brought it once. That's all I did. I brought it once.
Do we
And that was
do we
when
need
I
to
You
was
wind
brought
the
up
talking
table?
about
one
Daniel.
once, not the apps, girl.
Okay, Rob, back to you.
Yes,
Uh,
back to Rob.
Other thing I
Rob.
want to say to Tavon is sometimes I don't know where you are. You didn't seem like you were really in the game. You were just happy to be there,
Yes.
and that's really all. Thank you all for playing. Chase, you have something to say?
Hey, I was gonna say my phone might die here, but I'm gonna try and stay in as much as I can, and then probably won't be able to stay too much. But last thing I was gonna say is the last conversation was an example of me being too nice, trying to play mediator between people when I shouldn't have been doing that shit and everything. So yeah, that's where I gotta leave it unless my phone I can charge this. I'm in the grocery store, so.
Gotcha. And again, thank you guys. We do what we can to support Richie, so I'm happy that you guys showed up, showed out, and we made it another great season. And that's all. Thank you guys.
Okay, before I thank you, Rob, before I get into my host notes, Kate, do you have anything you would like to say to anybody?
Oh, yes, I do. Um, so I have been rewatching the whole season after knowing everything that I know. Um, Mac, Cheetos and ketchup, really? Um, that just stuck with me the hours of watching. I just kept thinking about Mac eating Cheetos and ketchup.
And
Like,
what about it?
what is it good? It's really that
Yeah,
good?
try it.
All
Let me
right,
know.
all right.
Is it
I'll
Cheetos
get
and
back.
bean dip?
Tori, you
Yeah.
only eat chicken nuggets and French fries.
I do, and that sounds like a nightmare to me. That would be a nightmare of mine.
Hey, don't
Okay.
knock it.
So I don't really have questions. Rob really touched on a lot of this stuff that I wanted to, and the people I had questions for aren't here. Kalani, have you ever gotten your iron levels checked? Because you be chewing on ice a lot.
Girl, I'm pregnant.
Okay, okay. I just want to make sure you're not anemic or
Oh, I
anything.
definitely am. Yeah, I definitely am.
Okay, okay, okay.
I like a good crunch.
Yeah. Yeah, all season you just had me every time. I didn't know if it was from stress or what. You're just chewing on ice.
I think forgetting
Um,
you're pregnant. You don't look
so
at
my predicted winners were either Keisha or Ty. My top four were Keisha, Ty, Tori, and Mac. Um, Tavon, Tavon. I have people been pronouncing your name wrong all season?
Only in the beginning, but towards the end, they started to catch on.
Okay, okay. I always feel bad when that happens.
It's okay.
Ty, I just wanted to say I know this was a lot for you. Um, don't be hard on yourself for being emotional. I'm a very
My first
sensitive
season.
creature. Yes, I'm a very emotional creature too. But especially as a man and as a black man, I just want to give you your flowers for being so vulnerable, especially with a group of strangers. So I just wanted to give you love for that. My only real issue was the fact that Forever is trying to claim he doesn't know Marcy. But we have Royal Archive footage of him in a VC with Marcy. It was him, Kalani, Kylie, Marcy, and Tavon. And he's shouting her out, talking about, I was on BB Snap, Marcy knows. So I think it's interesting now that he's trying to say he don't know her. Um, and Mac even saw you in
I
a
don't think you
VC.
caught the sarcasm. I'm pretty sure everyone knew I was being
Okay,
sarcastic.
okay,
No,
okay.
no,
Well,
I
no,
didn't
but
know.
like all game you were trying
sarcasm.
to all game you were trying to like disassociate yourself from her, but there's evidence of you in video calls with her and like talking to her. So I
Maybe.
just thought it was interesting.
Okay,
Um,
sure.
yeah, it was just interesting. My favorite moments of the season were Ty getting revealed as the menace and just being so stone cold. That sent me, because I'm like, what? Where's the reaction? How is he holding it together like this? This is crazy.
I was shook.
And then there was like the most wholesome moment, Final Four, where Mac wasn't home and Kalani asked, Hey, did you eat today? Um, and I almost cried because I'm that type of person too. Just checking on people. Hey, are you hydrated? When was the last time you ate? And I think um, that really speaks to the bonds that were formed in this house. And you guys really did talk about a lot of deep things with each other. And I don't want you guys to leave that at the house, you know. Some really good friendships were formed. And I'm really happy to see all of you here. Like Rob said, we do what we can to support Richie Royalty, our king, queen, whatever he prefers. So I just want to say thank you all for playing. It was really amazing to watch. Aaliyah, thank you for always bringing it to the stream. You were the entertainment that everyone needed, always asking the questions to stir the pot. I just really appreciated that, and I really just appreciated how all of you just showed up and tried your best, and you really weren't the type of cast to want to throw comps or anything like that. And we didn't have any issues with cheating.
I was.
Well, okay, Chase, we moved past that. We've moved past that, Chase. But there weren't really any issues with cheating or anything like that.
Who took screenshots?
Oh, does Richie want to share?
Yes, you have to,
Alex,
Richie.
I'll share it once the cameras stop rolling.
Oh, okay.
And what happened with Bubbles? Share that too. I
That
don't
will
know.
be yeah, well, off the stream.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you, Kate.
Love you
Okay, I'm
all.
going to get into my host notes. I'm going to try and do it very briefly as I can. However, I would like to go through everyone, even the people that are not here, but I will keep it brief. I do want to start off by saying this was such a great season. You guys ate down as a cast. I really enjoyed hosting you guys. I do want to say I know there were some prod slip-ups or little oopsies in the beginning, but I feel like we moved past that, and I do think it was a great season. I love the alliances this season. I love the beginning of the Cornbread Collective versus Children of the Corn. First time I heard Children of the Corn, I literally was on the floor screaming. It was hysterical. Then it was the Cornbread Collective versus the Pickle Vape Alliance, which I thought was the greatest thing. That was the thing too. This was a great cast. One thing that did kind of give me the ick, and it wasn't really with the pre-jury that's here now, but some of the people that are not here, not doing interviews, unfollowing the account, House of Royalty once they got eliminated, stuff like that, and not doing that kind of just gave me an ick. But we only have one pre-jury member here, and she did not do any of that. I do want to go through the cast. and give some notes. So, oh, also, I do want to say regarding the lip sync, my favorite lip sync of the night was the Mac, Tavon, and K one to the Little Party Never Kill Nobody. That was the best one of the night. And regarding the masks, I do want to say if I was on the judges panel, my favorite mask was Ty's. I get the Matanui completely. The flowers were everything. You know, no shade to Keisha. Keisha, I loved yours. It was very Bridgerton, but Ty's was my favorite for sure. I loved how extra it was and how beautiful. All right,
Richie,
so yes.
I would love to know which one you thought was the worst.
We'll get into that. It's in my host notes. Okay, so first off is Jay. Jay was a huge disappointment this season. I'm gonna be completely honest. You know, they did not show, they showed up for like 5 minutes, and it's like, I get it. Traveling is a big thing in life, and you know, like it's valid. However, they just did not put anything into the game, and it was very upsetting. At one point in week one, before the eviction, it was actually very close where Tavon was going to be the first boot, and that scared the shit out of me because if Tavon, you would have left first, I would have been heartbroken. I really would have been because it was just, I was, thank God it switched because if Tavon, you would have left first, I would have lost it, honestly. So I was happy that Jay left when he did. You know, it happened and that's it. Next up is Kylie. I think the biggest thing with Kylie's game is that she did not jive with a lot of the cast. I think, you know, her being one of the youngest people on the cast, I think she had trouble, no shade, like talking to people that were a lot older than her, and I think that's where she fell short. And I know that she did not feel comfortable talking to a lot of people because of the age gap. One thing I did not really get about Kylie's game was that whole thing between her and Kay, because on day one they had a group chat and they were like besties, and then you know they're both bad mouthing each other, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it just made no sense to me. I will say about Kylie that I do think she did bring a lot of drama and shade, and I do think she is a fun personality. I just don't think this was the cast for her. Um, Moving on to Soraya. Soraya, you were so entertaining this season. You cracked me the fuck up so many times. This is the first game Soraya has ever played, so I give her credit that she came in so hard, and I love the dramata, the personality that she brought. And I do give you credit, honestly, because it's like with your time zone. I know it was really tough, honestly. You know, like Rob last season, he was all the way in Dubai and you know, he did this and it's not easy. I do wish you were not as drunk as you were on a couple streams. I do think that did hurt your game at times, especially with the menace, but I get it. I used to drink like that too. I still do sometimes. So I get it. You know, I really just wish like you would have stayed longer in the game because people did really like you in the game. Like I know Forever liked you, I know Aaliyah liked you, like, and I could have seen you being like a block star this season or somebody people took endgame. But I think when you just were not as active or showing up, I think people just kind of gave up, which made me upset because I think if you were just a little more active, I think you could have honestly went far in the game. But regardless, I really enjoyed watching you. Next up is Marcy. I felt bad for Marcy in the beginning of the game. You know, she really did have no solid connections in the game, honestly. And I know this whole thing about her and Forever. Yes, I can clarify they played BB Snap together, but they were not in an alliance at all this season. And I think that was something that was just painted on her name all season long. She had no strong connections with anybody. Like, yeah, she talked to some of you guys. I know one person she really liked was Tori, but then I just felt like nothing was put into a game perspective. It was just very surface level. One thing I did not like about Marcy's game is that she did kind of give up once she got on the block. She said she wasn't going to fight, she wasn't going to campaign, and she just kind of accepted what it is. And she is one of the people that unfollowed House of Royalty once she got evicted. So, you
Yeah.
know, it is what it is. I don't really agree with that mindset, but, you know, I wish her the best. And yeah. Next up is Chase. Chase, you know this. I'm not going to air everything that happened behind the scenes, but I did not like the way you went out the first time or the second time. We did talk about it though. I will say you did bring drama in your eviction when you and Aaliyah went at it, and then when you came back and called people out, that was a lot too, honestly. Your game was very interesting. Like, you know, people were eyeing you, but you were not like a primary target, honestly. And I think in the open strategizing, like I think with like Aaliyah calling you out and you guys talking, that just kind of made you a target. And also that round, Bubbles was the menace, and we all know that you and Bubbles had beef, and I think you just kind of caught astray, and that's what happened, honestly. Um, I did not really, and I'm happy you did clarify about the battle back. It was no shade towards Prod because I was irritated that night when that whole thing happened, and I'm happy that Chantel called it the shampoo thing, and I know you were irritated too about the dirt. No shade, and I say this with love, but maybe if you did not mop the ceilings, you would have had dirt for this competition. Um,
Love it.
but you keep doing you, get on that ladder and you mop that ceiling like Cinderella. I support you.
Oh
Um,
yeah, thank you. Like I said, with the first time, yeah, I reacted bad and stuff. But the second time, I genuinely was just trying to make people upset. So I didn't think it was gonna look bad. So that was my fault. I just wanted to, you know, make people upset. And it even worked because even in this call, people were trying to talk shit to me, saying that I was calling out Prod. And I literally told you guys I did that to make them talk shit about me. So literally what I wanted to happen happened. So
Okay. All right, moving on to Karina. I really enjoyed watching Karina. Karina was a comp queen. I do think if she would have stayed, she would have gave the collective a run for their money, honestly, because she really was winning competitions. She was very close to Zion as well. They are kind of IRLs. I can confirm that. But yes. I just think Karina's biggest downfall in the game was that she just wasn't really the most socially connected, and she was an outsider. And it would have been interesting seeing her stay in the game because I can confirm that her biggest targets in the game, she always told us in confessionals, were Keisha and Ty. So it would have been very interesting to see her play long game, honestly. I do think she was a great player.
Oh,
I just think she just did not have social capital, especially not being in the collective and also just not being as active as some other people were.
okay.
Next up is Daniel. Daniel's game was very interesting to me. He started off very strong, especially with being in the collective. However, I think him being so close to Bubbles, I think is what hurt him in the game, especially because everyone knows that Bubbles was the messiest of the house, honestly. So I think that's what hurt him. He did get very paranoid and he started getting all over the place in the end. And I just think he had too many hands and too many cookie jars. And I do think it would have been interesting if he would have stayed because I definitely think things would have got messy, especially with the collective. I do think that it would have been a driving force all season long. Because I will say, I do think the collective did steamroll all season long. And I would have liked some rebuttal with that. And I do think Daniel would have brought that rebuttal, but I do think he did play a good game. I just think things just kind of got messy towards the end with Daniel. Next up is Bubbles. Bubbles, I did not like your exit whatsoever. I do wish you were here right now, because I feel like this would have been a lot spicier, but Bubbles was the messiest of the season, hands down. And I do think it's crazy because I do think Bubbles would have went far in the game just because so many people did not trust Bubbles at all. And I do think people would have brought Bubbles far for an easy win. But honestly, he put his foot in his mouth. Kalani, I don't think was even going to target him, but then he started acting crazy and popping off, and she's like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm gonna take out Bubbles, and that's what happened. If Bubbles just would have kept their mouth shut, they would have still been in the game and stayed, but it happened. Next up is Kay. Kay, I really loved the way she started, and then I felt bad with the way she ended. When she started, she was very shy, she was very demure. I know she was kind of like Kylie. She did not feel comfortable getting on calls with people, and I think that's what led to her leaving so early on. So when she came back in the game, I was really excited to see what she was going to do, and I feel like she came out of her shell, which made me so happy. I know that she was like nervous too because she is a naturally shy person. She was the youngest person on the cast, and this cast was a lot older than she was. No shade. And I will say, like, I do think when she came back, she was doing good. She became very socially connected, like she had the collective who really liked her. She had people outside the collective who were a little eerie of her, but they also liked her. I do think that the lip sync, I will say, kind of hurt her, which I will say I do think there was a robbery with that lip sync moving forward, and I want to say this to the viewers as well. In future seasons, if you do not participate in a lip sync, or if you do not show up to a lip sync, you will be an automatic final nominee, and everyone else will just lip sync for the win because I did feel bad that like, no shade to nobody that did not participate, but she participated and she got taken out and I really did feel really sorry for her. I do think it was an impressive move with Forever that he escaped that, but I do feel bad for Kay because she really did put her all into those lip syncs. Next up is Zion. Zion was an outsider in the game, and I think a lot of that had to do with his activeness as well, which sucks because a lot of people like Zion in the game. Like, he had Karina, he had Tori, he
He
had
was my best friend.
yeah, he had Chase. Like, like a lot of people like Zion, honestly. I will say his eviction was very spicy, especially when he called out Kalani. We never seen that side of him before. So when that came out, like I was clutching my pearls. I was like, where was this man all season long? Like it was a very interesting thing to watch, honestly, and it was one of my favorite fights of the season by
Oh,
far.
I'm going back to watch that right now. I didn't know he did that. Fuck yeah.
Yes, Chase, thank you, but please go on mute. I'm
Sorry, sorry.
thank you. It's okay. Thank you. Okay. So, I do think his eviction was very interesting, honestly. I think if he was a little more active, he could have went really far in this game, him and Karina, but I just don't think that, the cards were in there for him. Next up is Tavon. Tavon, you were entertainment down. You had me cracking up laughing so many times in your update videos on the stream. You were just a breath of fresh air that I really loved watching, especially because this was your first ever game as well. Um, I do think you were very involved in the collective. I think you were there for a good time though. Like you were just like the fun one that was there. And I do think when you ended up on the block due to your mask, I will say your mask was your downfall in the game. I loved it, but it was giving Happy Halloween. So I do think that was the downfall, and I do think between you and Mac was just more socially connected than you were, and that's why you were taken out, unfortunately. But I really did love watching you play. Next up is Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you were one of my favorites this season. You were entertainment down. You cracked me the fuck up. Like you called things out. You were entertaining on the stream. You hit the ground running from week one, honestly. You won HOH, and I was honestly surprised that you made it as far as you did because I remember after you called out people on this first stream, and between you going at Daniel, people were not a fan of you. I will be completely honest. And you survived and never touched the block until top seven. So I'm very impressed by that, honestly. Your crash outs were hysterical. You brought drama, and I just think you were just on the outside of the big alliance, and I just think that people were just done by the end, and you got taken out, which did make me very upset, honestly. Next up is Forever. Forever, I will say, I do think, in my opinion, you were one of the biggest underdogs of the season, honestly. Oh shit, my notes disappeared. Um, Shit, where are they? Oh, okay. You were on the bottom from literally, I feel like day two all the way till the time you got evicted. So the fact that you made the top six, like I was very impressed. Like you had 9 lives, you really did. And every time you won a veto or took yourself off the block, I was like, what is he gonna do next? Like how is he gonna survive this? It was like a nail biter every time, and I loved watching you, honestly. Because you just were not on the alliance and you were an outsider. I was like, when is he, and you were never a final nom until you got evicted too, which I think is so impressive as well. And I do want to say, I can happily say that you now hold a record in the franchise. You hold the record for most veto wins in the franchise. You are now tied with Ben, last season's winner, and Dex from last season. So I think that is something to be very proud of. You and Ty's feud, I think, was very interesting as well. I loved watching that. And the one last thing I do want to say, I don't know if you'll feel comfortable saying it, but one of my favorite moments from you this season was when you were on Discord with Keisha and you did an impersonation of Soraya. That was one of my favorite things ever. You had the accent down, and it was something that I was cackling so hard laughing with. If you want to present it for us, you are more than welcome to. But it was one of my favorite moments of the season.
You gotta prep me next time. I don't know if I can do it. What did I say, Keisha? What did I say? I don't know. I can't do it right now. I'm sorry.
You were basically, I remember, like, you said something to her about winning HOH, and you were like, honey, I'm not winning HOH.
Yes, Soraya joined a call, and I was like, Soraya, listen, if you win HOH, Please don't put me up. And she's like, honey, let's be honest. I'm not winning HOH.
And
And
I think
then
she
it
was
was
at the
so
and I
funny.
think she was at the club when she said that.
Yes, it was so funny because Keisha had just said Soraya jumped in our car and when she was at a club, and then Soraya jumped in our car at the club. It was hilarious. It was like she was listening to us.
It was one of my favorite moments of the season. Next up is Tori. Tori, you were very socially connected in the game. Honestly, everybody wanted to work with you when the game started. Like everyone really liked you. You were so socially connected. I will say, I do think Chase leaving was the best thing for your game because people were tying the two of you guys together. Especially because you guys were both on shows, and I do think that was something. So I think when Chase left, it opened doors for you. However, I do think towards the end of the game, you were on the block a lot. And I think, I just think like you were in the collective, but you were like outside the door in the collective, if that makes sense. Like you were, I felt like the Brittany Haynes of the season or the Tommy Bracco of the season. Like you were just, I felt so bad because I think if you would have made it to the end, you could have honestly won because the jury did like you. And it was going to be so interesting to see if Ty would have got fifth and you would have made the top four. It would have been very interesting to watch, but regardless, I loved watching you play. Next up is Mac, or should I say the mastermind of the season. Is Mac here? Oh, yes, he is. You were so strategic and the mastermind, like it amazed me how you played, honestly. Like, you were just everybody liked you. Everyone liked you. Yes, I will say Ty, you started the collective, but I think Keisha and Mac ran the collective, honestly. Like, they were so stealthy and they were such a good duo. And your eviction was so shocking because, like, Prad and I were saying all roads lead to Mac in the final two. Kalani wanted to take you, Ty wanted to take you, Keisha wanted to take you, and everybody in the jury loved you. And I think if you would have made the final two, you would have won. Like, you had such a fun game to watch, honestly, that, I was like, I was gagged when you left, honestly, So I am happy the other half of your duo did win.
Love you down,
Um,
man.
yes, but Mac,
Hell yeah.
you were so much fun to watch. Next up is Ty. Ty, I adore you so much. Ty, fun fact, was House of Royalty's first ever fan. They were a super fan of House of Royalty. Literally, I remember when it started. Ty was always in the comment section of every stream, commenting on every Instagram. Like he was House of Royalty's number one fan. So to see him go from fan to house guest to final three was so correct, and I loved watching it. You brought a lot of drama too, especially with everything going on with you and Forever. Yes, there was a lot of emotion into this, but I get it completely, honestly. One of the craziest moments was when you and Keisha had your heart to heart and you guys were in tears. Like it was so kumbaya towards the end with you guys. It was like shit, you were making like a prod emotional. Like, it was crazy to watch, honestly. But I really did love watching you play, and you did amazing. Next up is Kalani. Oh, also speaking about records, before I move on to Kalani, Ty, you do hold a record in this game. Hold a record for most times as a final nom. Yes, it used to be Erica, but now you hold it with 5 times as a final nom this season. A record is a record, so you should definitely be proud. Speaking of records, I want to turn to Kalani now. Kalani, you hold a record for most comp wins of the season, and you also hold a record for you are tied in the franchise with most HOH wins in the season. You are tied with Jordan, along with season one's winner, Ben. So, I think that is definitely something to be proud of. You were very socially connected in the game, honestly. You were very socially connected. And I will say, I don't think you need to win some of the comps because you were sitting in a good place, but I get it. You don't want to throw these comps. I do think the biggest downfall in your game, in all honesty, was like you did bring some drama, like, but I feel like it wasn't you because some of these people went off on you and then you just gave it back to them. Zion. Bubbles, like, and I do think that when the jury left, they were irritated with you, and I think that's why you were short a couple votes. But I think don't be hard on yourself. You played such a good game. I loved watching you play, and you played like the physical compies type of game, and I loved watching you. Last but not least, our winner, Keisha. Keisha, you and Mac, you guys ran the game. You guys were that duo, honestly, and I'm so happy you are the first woman winner of this franchise. You did not win comps all season long, but honestly, you guys didn't need to. You guys were sitting in a good place where you and Mac did not need to be compies, honestly. I love that you guys revved things up towards the end. I know Mac won a HOH, you won a veto, and then you won the final HOH, but your win was just so deserving. And I know in your casting interview you said that you compared yourself to Tiffany Mitchell, but honestly, I think you were Sari Fields, honestly. Like you played a Sari Fields type of game. Like people felt comfortable with you. You checked in on people all the time, and it was really just beautiful to like watch your game, honestly. I'm so blessed that you are the second winner of this franchise. So that is my notes. Before I get into our awards and last words, Chantel has just joined. Chantel, do you have anything you would like to say to the house guests? If she's here. Okay, well, she will say something, I guess, in a moment.
Interesting.
Interesting. I just do want to say to the house guests, one thing that was a joke with Prod was that Chantel's word was interesting and mine was all righty. All righty was my word. It's something I do with my students, so it's just kind of how it was. We are going to get into some awards of the season. So the first award of the season is Hero of the House. This house guest, checked in on people all the time, made sure that they were good. They were like the sweetheart of the house, and I think that is a big reason why they are in the position they are now. With that being said, the hero of this season goes to Keisha. Keisha, it went to you are the hero of the season. You didn't fight with anybody all season long until tonight. But you were just a hero, honestly. Like people loved you, and do you have anything you would like to say?
Thank you. I hate fighting with people. It hurts my soul. So like I'd rather just make sure everyone's good. And everything I say it is genuine. I genuinely check on people because it's not pretend. It's because I actually care.
Period. And we could tell that because you always message people every morning. You checked in on everybody. You had chats with everyone.
Even Bubbles, when Bubbles left abruptly, I messaged him, was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Everything all right? You left." Like, I genuinely care about everybody. Everybody might not feel the same way, but that's fine. That's just how I am as a person. I genuinely care about everyone, and at the end of the day, it's a game, but like we're all real people.
I nominated Keisha, and Keisha came and checked on me. I was like, this girl.
So the next award goes to the villain of the season. This was a hard award, I'm going to be honest, because we don't really feel like there was like a villain of the season, honestly. We had people like Aaliyah who called shit out. We had Chase who, left with a big bang before he left. This person I don't even think is really a villain, but I think they just fell into this role because of how a lot of the evictions went in the jury phase. But with that being said, the villain of the season, and I will say Prod and I voted on this, but villain of the season goes to Kalani. Because you were fighting. Yes, you fought with a lot of people in the end. I don't think you're mean though. You're not like, like you are, but like you're not. I hope that makes sense. Like, what are your thoughts about being the villain?
I'm not gonna lie, like I played some online games like years back, and I definitely could say I was like a bitch of the game. I love drama, I love like calling people out and arguing and stuff like that. But I took a very long break and I came to terms with like that's not really who I want to be. And I want to be a more I've always been very social, but I want to be a more likable person for who I really am and not like who I am in these games. So
Exactly how you showed up in this game is exactly how you need to be because I fucking love you down, girl. Like
You were likable but feisty during some
Yeah,
evictions.
feisty. That's a great way to
I
put it.
love the feistiness. Don't change a damn thing.
Forever, what's up? I just have to continue the words. What's up?
I was gonna say during our season, me and Kalani played a different game on mistake with Chantel. We all were on the traders at one point in the middle of House of Royalty, and Kalani voted me out there too. So Kalani is a villain to me.
you were a traitor.
I was a traitor, but still.
Okay. Next award goes to the best player of the season. This player ran it down from the beginning to the end. They were very stealthy, under the radar, strategic. With that being said, it goes to our winner of the season. Keisha, you are the best player of the season. You ran shit, you ate it down, and we really just loved watching you play. Um,
I thought you were gonna say Mac. Oh, but thank you
Mac was
so
a close
much.
runner-up, so.
I'm telling you, that's how I had to play because I knew I wasn't gonna win no comps, honey.
Well, speaking of this next award, the next award is the best duo of the season. This goes to a duo that honestly they were so under the radar. No one really knew that they were a duo until they revealed it. We had a lot of duos this season. We had Chase and Tori, we had Aaliyah and Forever, but this duo I feel like really ate down on the game and ran it. Yes, I'm talking about Keisha and Mac. You guys were the best duo of the season. It was so fun watching you guys play the game. You guys were fabulous. I really loved watching you guys, and you guys best duo hands down. Any thoughts?
Correct.
Well, yes.
Sit down.
The next award goes to Best Rivalry of the Season. We had a lot of rivalries. We had a lot of people, that went at it this season. We had Kalani and Zion, we had Aaliyah and Chase. But this rivalry, I feel like, shaped so much of the game. With that being said, the best rivalry goes to Forever and Ty. You guys were the best rivalry of the season. Whether you guys see it or not, it did shape up a lot of the game, especially because of the collective versus the outsiders, and you guys had a really good rivalry. We enjoyed it. Okay. The next award goes to the most robbed house guest of the season. This house guest, like I said, they started off so strong, and I think if they would have stayed, it really would have made the game more juicy and gaggy because it would have been interesting to see where things fell. With that being said, the most robbed house guest of the season goes to Daniel. Like I said, I do think that Daniel, yes, they left pre-jury, but I think that, they started off so strong, and I think if they would have stayed, things with the collective would have been interesting. I think they would have turned on the collective. There would have been more dramata, and it would have just been. I really do think Daniel was robbed, honestly, and it would have been interesting to see the game with Daniel. The next award goes to the pre-juror that should have went further in the game. This pre-juror, ran it from the beginning with their competition wins. Like I said, I think if they had more of a social game, they would have went a lot further and would have been more against the collective, and it would have been not a steamroll. But the pre-juror that we think should have went further goes to Karina. We really enjoyed Karina's game, and I just do think her social stability was what hurt her. Next up is the best fight of the season. This was torn between two fights. One of them was Kalani and Zion because it was so not expected. But then this fight, I feel like, was one of the biggest crash outs of the season. It led to them blocking the House of Royalty account and majority of the cast. And just a lot of just messy shit. With that being said, the best fight was the Bubbles versus everybody fight. I feel like that really woke it up, honestly. That fight was so messy, and it was just a major crash out. And
Okay, and I was trying to get my lick back tonight, but they decided not to come.
Mhm. Well, speaking about messiness, the next award goes to the messiest of the house, which we all know. I think we can all say it together. It goes to Bubbles. Bubbles won the messiest of the house. They were messy from the day they walked in, spreading shit with Karina and Zion. Then there was shit with Chase and then Daniel, and just like, it was just a bubble mess, honestly, all season long. Very interesting. And this is the second season in a row where a drag queen won Messiest of the House. So it's funny to me. Next up for the awards is the underdog of the season. We had a lot of underdogs, honestly. We had Forever, we had a lot of people, but this person, it was just so nice to see them blossom from where they started and then to where they ended. And like I said, if it wasn't for that lip sync, I think they would have made it to at least top six, top seven. The award goes to Kay. I think Kay is the underdog of the season. I give her a lot of credit, especially because she is so introverted, and to see her blossom and find her way when she won that battle battle back. Like she just did have such an underdog arc. So Kay is the underdog of the season. Next up, and the last award is the flop of the season. This person, they had their 5 minutes of fame on the Discord before they left abruptly. They were a big force in the game, especially with leading the sides. Yes, the flop of the season goes to Jay. Um, I don't really have much to say. All I'm going to say is season 3, if your name begins with the letter J and you work in finance, I will not be casting you. Because season 1, it was Jake from finance, and now it was Jay from finance. Fuck these finance men. I've had it. Anywho. So that is my piece. That was the tea. Like I said, this was a great season, and I really enjoyed hosting all of you. Before we end this, I'm going to give everybody one chance to say anything they want to the fellow house guests, the viewers, and then we are going to end this. And maybe you'll get a little sneak peek of season 3. Okay, so we're going to start from earliest evicted to now. So, Soraya, do you have anything last that you want to say to your house guests or the viewers?
Well, I just really wish I was here for the rest of it. But I was busy getting drunk, and getting spit roasted, if you know what I mean. But anyway, um, yeah, I love you guys, love viewers, love the fans. I love you guys. Yeah. Anyway.
Period.
You should have won funniest of the season award. You had
Absolutely.
me crying.
That part. That part. Chase, you're next. Do you have anything you would like to say to your fellow house guests and the fans?
Oh no, it's all good. Like we always try and say again, it's a game. I don't have actual beef with anybody. Everybody's super chill. I think my best friend that I made personally, like just connecting to, is Tivon. I really like Tivon a lot. Just some of the stuff we were talking about and things like that. But in general, you're all really cool. I made some good friends, and sorry if I upset somebody enough to like unfriend me or anything like that. It is what it is. But you're all great, and
You can just say my name. You can just say my
oh,
name.
it wasn't just you.
Oh,
So you're good, Ty. No, like I just said, I don't hold grudges at all. I don't take it personally. Like I understand if I upset you, you're gonna vote me. That's how life is. But hopefully after today, if we can still be friends and stuff, because I really liked everybody, and of course, I'm salty when things happen, and should probably react better. But at the end of the day, you're all really cool, and there's nothing bad. So
All right, thank you, Chase. Next up is Tavon. Any final thing you would like to say to the viewers and your house guests?
I had an absolute amazing time. And yes, I was here for a good time and I felt like I had a grand time. I mean, and yes, I also thought I wasn't gonna make it after the first go around. I was like, bitch, if they get rid of my black ass on this first goddamn come, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. But you know what? I made it through. So I had a great time. The entire cast was amazing. I felt for Soraya too. I thought she was absolutely hilarious. I did get worried about you, girl. I was like, oh my god, this girl is getting wild. She needs to calm the fuck down. God damn it. But I was excited about that, and I don't know. Again, the show was just amazing. I had a great time. I love it. The fans were cute, but it's good.
Thank you, Tavon. Aaliyah.
Um, Thanks for having me, Richie Royalty. I'm just gonna tell you guys now, I didn't do those videos. What are they called? The ones that I have to record for
Oh,
people. I didn't do any of them. So
oh, goodbye
you didn't
messages.
get one. Goodbye messages. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't do them. You're all so nice though, and I enjoyed playing this game. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Aaliyah. Forever.
It was nice playing with y'all. I got into orgs in February and I played a lot. But this is the first long-term one. So yeah, of course, I didn't like this cast because I was on the bottom of it. So I'm sorry. That's how it is. It's not like I didn't like y'all in real life. I like all of y'all in real life. I cannot wait to play with y'all again. So it was nice to meet y'all. It was fun. It was fun playing from the bottom too, because I was winning. If I was losing and playing from the bottom, it wouldn't have been fun. But thank you, Richie. I had fun.
Thank you forever, Tori.
I had a blast playing with all of you, getting to know you. I want to really keep up the House of Royalty chat and check in with each other. I think that's really cool that we have that. And I'm sure as the years continue, we're going to be in different games, some of us, and maybe not some of us, but I'm the type of person that plays a new game from scratch. So no harsh feelings or anything like that. Clean slate for all. And congratulations, Keisha, Kaylani, as a runner up. You deserve that. You had an amazing game. And it was a really hard vote between the two of you guys. Like I was going back and forth. I thought it was Kaylani, then I thought it was Keisha. Ultimately, it came down to the the speeches, and I thought Keisha had a stronger speech overall.
Thank you, Tori. Mac.
I had a great season. I had a great time. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you guys. I think we did better strategically overall in comparison to last season. I think they relied on being messy, and I think we relied on playing social and strategic. So I think that's something we can take into a lot of account here, and I think we should be very proud of ourselves. So, yeah, love y'all.
Thank you, Mac. And I've always said that. I always said I feel like this season is so strategy based. It was really nice to watch because everybody, I feel like it was like everybody played such a good strategy game. Where last season, no shade, I love them and whatnot, but they were very drama based. So, just go watch season one back if you don't believe me. Not Rob. Rob got in some fights, but next up is Ty.
I'm over here half asleep. But no, so I guess I'll just say pretty much what everybody else was saying as well. Like I really enjoyed, I said it from day one and still think it today. I think you guys, Prod and Richie, you guys put together a beautiful cast. Literally beautiful just from aesthetics and then as well as personalities as well. It's even some of the people that were like children of the corn that, I kind of wish that maybe if the game presented a little bit different, I'm curious to see like if we would have played together because I was very interested in getting to know literally everyone. This is my first org ever, so unfortunately I came into it thinking House of Friends, but it was the House of Whispers. So fortunately or unfortunately, I will say that there's a lot of people that I felt like I connected with genuinely. I don't know if that's the same. I honestly don't believe that that's the same, but that's okay. I still enjoyed myself nonetheless. I'll say, Aaliyah, I loved you down, even though if I drone on, and I'm about to drone the fuck on now because you're the first, but I loved you down. Every conversation we had, I fucking loved you from the start to the finish. Except for when I saw that you started to connect with Forevermore, I was just like, ugh, like I see you with Forever, but like, are you gonna take me with you? I don't know. So that's how we ended up how we ended up. Forever, we just honestly ended up on opposite sides of the house. I genuinely, when the very first BC we were in, I felt like you were someone I wanted to work with. And then as soon as you started talking about Jay, I was like, ugh, he's not someone that I can work with. I wish that we would have worked together. I'm very curious to see how that game would have played out because I feel like it would have been a really good game if you and I would have actually connected instead of been on opposite sides. Kaylani, you're the love of my life, girl. If I was straight, girl, it might be baby number 6, okay? Love you down. Even though you put me up on the block, I still love you down. There was absolutely nothing about you that I could say that I did not like. Even after you put me on the block, the fact that we were able to have a conversation afterwards really spoke volumes to me and let me know that you can legitimately be a friend for me because if you can talk about emotions and meet me where I'm at, that to me means that like you're where I'm at as far as like what I want as an actual friend, not just someone that I know in life. So I love you down, Kaylani, like forever and always. Soraya, I wish that you would have stayed in the game longer. As much as you was over here talking about squirrels, trees, river bends, and everything else under the sun, I know what the fuck you was talking about. I fucking loved it. Wish you would have stayed in longer, but I think you being the menace, what we thought was the menace, is pretty much what probably fucked your game. And then also because of different time zones, you weren't on when a lot of us were on. But I would love to see you play in another game. And shouts out to knowing that this is your first game as well. I wish I would have known that because I would have tried to group you up with Tavon and I. Mac, you you hurt my heart. When I said that, I feel like I'm about to start crying. Here I am at the reunion, about to start crying. Um,
Of course.
out, stop it, Rob. When I say that, like, I was like here with you, and when I found out you wasn't, again, remember y'all, like this is my first org. So like I don't know. I know that people are coming into this being fake, but I don't know it. I'm coming in like trying to be me. So connecting with you, Mac, like I literally thought we were here, and when I found out we weren't, that really hurt me. Like real bad. And honestly, I still wanted to take you to final two, but it was when Kaylani made you safe and put me and Keisha up on the block. That's when I said, nah, I can't do it. Because if Kaylani wins, which we're assuming she will, she's the comp beast of the season, she's going to take you and she won't take me. So that's why I had to vote you out. But you were definitely someone that I wanted to take down to the final two for sure. Keisha, I'm hurt, girl. I'm hurt. I I'm just really curious what's real and what's fake. I know you're saying that it wasn't, but I mean I guess I can say that it's a true testament to your game because like you did amazing. Like I mean when I say that you were like the social beast of the game. You and Mac honestly together. Social beast of the game. I cannot say with full anything whether it was true or fake. And I think that's the part that hurts me the most because like I thought we were here as well. Um, who's left? Tavon, you already know. Like I don't even have to go deep. Like you already know. Tori, literally the same. I don't have to go deep. Like it's the same. I don't think there's anyone left that I missed out on. Chantel, Rob, we're best friends. Y'all don't know this. Me and Rob are best friends from the military. I've known Rob for about 20 years now. I met him in
Get
Italy.
the fuck
So
out
Wow,
of
Ty.
here.
me
Wow,
and
Get the
Rob are
fuck
Ty.
out
best
of here.
friends.
That's why I love you.
See, is this
Okay.
why I connected with Ty so much?
Ty,
Literally, he is
I
one of
know.
my best
I
friends.
was,
I've
I was
known him
wondering
for
if the two
20
of
Ty.
you were going
years.
to actually be friends in this thing. So that's cool.
So this is why we connected
Ty.
together so tight, Ty, because I
That's
also know
why
Rob.
I'm telling you, Sabah. I'm telling you. And then
Remember this?
Kate, I'm telling you, like, your what how do I want to say this? Like your the psychology of it all that you gave me because I am a very emotional person. I'm a Capricorn. I we present very like strong, but like our emotions are very strong as well. And I appreciate you, Kate. I don't think if it were for you, if it weren't for you, I don't know if I would have stayed. I probably would have been a self vote out because at that moment, that very first one is when it was hard for me to realize what was game and what wasn't. And I appreciate you talking to me.
Ty, you
I
hate me,
missed
huh?
Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sorry, I didn't even see you. I
I
missed
know you
Chase.
hate me. It's whatever. I'm
No,
just
Chase,
kidding.
honestly, honest to God truth, I really wanted to fucking work with you. The problem
Yeah.
was is that it did not seem like you wanted to work with me, and every conversation we had seemed like very like, ugh. So
I
our
think that was
work
me with everybody. I wasn't very good at opening up this game.
which is crazy because I'm telling you, bro, like the very first conversation we had, I knew that you and I would connect. You was talking about anime,
Oh, I vibe.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
like all the shit. So I'm like, so we can vibe like on a real level, and then we can get into this game shit too because he played like legit games. It just never got there.
Yeah. No, that's hey, things got to happen over time. It's all a domino effect. So it worked out for you, man. I'm glad you got far, bro.
Yeah. But honestly, I love this entire cast. I know that was me again droning on, but I'm gonna continue to drone on. I'm gonna be me. Okay, if I had hair, I'd tuck it behind my ear. But I love you all, and this was a really great game. And for my first game, I will say, like, one, I loved HOR. Like Richie said, like season one was my induction into ORGs altogether. And I knew I wanted to be on season two to make it to seat three is absolutely insane because I don't know shit about playing these ORGs. So like I do think a huge part of it was the good Lord Jesus, but I think a part of it as well was like my testament to like just being a genuine person because that's how I played the game was just being genuine,
You
which is
played
why
a great first ever org game. I am shocked to find that out that it was your first.
I
Phenomenal.
appreciate that. It was literally my
Pat
first.
yourself on the back. Great game.
And it might be my last because my emotions was too much. I can't deal with the fakeness,
It's
y'all. I
part of the
That's
can't.
why I'm
process.
on
No one,
prod,
I don't think
honey.
anyone's being fake. It's how the game is,
Uh,
natural.
I don't
Try
know.
prod, honey. You might like it.
All right. Thank you, Ty. Kalani.
Well, it's hard to follow up after that beautiful. Um, I would first like to say, Richie, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for reaching out to me. I don't even think we were Facebook friends, and you somehow found me. And I was like, wow, I haven't played games in forever. Fuck yeah. Not knowing what the fuck goes into playing a long game at all, a lot of dedication, time, and emotions. And I'm very flattered and honored that you thought of me to cast me. Prod, thank y'all for being there for me when I couldn't be there for myself. I know towards the end I was ready to give the fuck up because I didn't want to hurt anybody, and I ended up being, I feel like, the most hurt, even though I was safe in that round. But y'all, especially the interesting, really was like, okay, am I really being interesting? I guess I'll stick around. Um, let's see. Again, thank y'all so much for putting in such a crazy amount of effort. And one second, sorry. Sorry about that, children. Thank y'all for making this game so fun. This is by far the funnest game I have ever played. The cast is by far the best cast I've ever been casted with. And you can just tell how much time and energy went into this. And the fact that you guys put in y'all's hard-earned money, I would have did it for free. Um, as far as the cast goes, Keisha, my Texas sister, I love you up and down. You are the mother I aspire to be. I can't wait for you to take your babies on this trip. They're gonna have so much fun, and I hope they know how much time and hard work that you put into this. You deserve it. Tavon, I wish we would have talked more. I loved you from the first week when they tried to get rid of you. I was like, it's mission, keep Tavon. You're amazing, and I think you're so cute too. Like, you're just so beautiful. Soraya, you are a clown. I never knew what the fuck was gonna come out of your mouth, but I think that was the most exciting part for me. And to hear that this was your first game, I'm like, bitch, I can't wait to see you play another one. Tori, I think
Love you.
if Tori, I think if we would have got closer in the beginning, I most definitely feel like you and I played a very similar game. I think you are amazing and so gorgeous. I loved playing with you. Forever, I love you up and down. I'm so glad I thought you were the menace because that brought us really close together. I think you are an amazing person and you are very loyal. I do 1000% think that. Ty, oh my God, you are my soulmate. You were my number one from the beginning. I feel like me and you connected so very well. And I know that that's a friendship that's going to continue outside of this game. It did really, really hurt me when I won the HOH at the end and I had to pick between three people that I absolutely love. I just tried to make the decision that would probably hurt people the less, and in turn, I was dying inside. You can ask Prod. I was like, this is backfiring so bad. I wish I wouldn't have won shit. But I love you so much. Thank you so much for letting me into your world. Thank you for letting me get to know you. You are so amazing, and I'm so blessed to know you. Mac, my queen, I love you so very much. I'm so sorry if I costed you your game. I was just trying to keep you safe, and I knew you were going through some bullshit, and that was the last thing I wanted to do was to fuck up your day even more. So I think you're amazing. Don't ever change, and you're freaking gorgeous. Please teach me the ways. Who else? Chase, you're fucking badass. I wish you were a little more active because I do think we had such great conversation. I didn't see you too much in the chats, the video chats, but I get it. We all have lives. I think you're a super dope person, and we're both athletic, and I think that's why we bonded. I know Bubbles is not here, as much as Bubbles probably doesn't believe it. That was probably one of the hardest things I had to do in the game because I do think up until that point, Bubbles was awesome, and I really did like Bubbles, and it was really sad to see Bubbles turn out the way that Bubbles turned out because I was like, damn, this is a big slap in the face. And it did really, really hurt me because I didn't want to hurt Bubbles. I didn't want to hurt anybody. And I knew that that came with, you know, a little bit of power. But I am just competitive by nature. I'm extremely proud of myself. No, never did I think I would get as far as I did. Keisha, I owe it to you to bringing me to final two. I did not see that coming. But I'm very grateful. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I love you all. And I'm just so fortunate to be here. Oh, Aaliyah, wait, Aaliyah, I fucking love you. I don't, Soraya was funny, but you're a fucking clown too. And I think you played a fucking exceptional game. I'm gonna miss you doing this and then this and then this. I think you're hilarious. And I'm really glad that we got to connect after you tried to put me up and we were on the same team because, you know, you really are awesome and you do have a lot of strategy. So I very much look forward to playing with you again.
Thank you, Kalani. And last but not least, Keisha.
Um, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So I just want to say thanks to Chantel because I think I was like one of the last people y'all brought in, like towards the end there. So I'm grateful that she reached out to me and convinced me to play. I haven't played a long-term game in a couple years now because it's very exhausting. Because at the end of the day, I do give all of my energy. Y'all know I cried a lot on the on my confessionals, but um I just want to say thanks. And I had a great time. And I love all of you.
Thank you so much, Keisha. Thank you. Okay. Chantel, did you have any last pieces you would like to say to the house guests?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I gotta watch this shit back because I know y'all talked about the stuff I wanted to talk about, and if you didn't, we're talking about it in the chat because I got questions for some of y'all. But on a brighter note, y'all played the hell out of this game, okay? Y'all put y'all foots in this fucking game. Excuse my language. But y'all gave it your all. You gave some great gameplay. I love this cast. You guys are amazing. Win, lose, or draw, you guys all played well. You guys all played dynamically, and it was beautiful to see, and it was beautiful to watch. Congratulations to everyone that played. And also, final note, let's give a round of applause to Richie, the host, who put on this beautiful game and cast these beautiful people. He put his foot in. He kept it organized, which I really appreciate. So give him a round of applause.
Thank you so much,
Good
Chantel.
job, Richie.
Thank you so much. This was not easy, but I had a great time, and you guys made it a really fun experience. So thank you guys so much. I want to give a big thank you to my prod team. Without them, I would have been crashing out this season along with the house guests. So thank you guys for keeping me sane. Kate, Chantel, Rob, Kat, Dylan. I really truly appreciate my prod team. I would be nothing without them. So please give them a round of applause too. I also want to say a big thank you to our viewers this season. You guys were fabulous as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on House of Royalty. Go like our social media on Facebook and Instagram. And if you guys see yourself winning and would like to be the next winner, followed by Keisha, go apply. I can say casting will be opening late August, early September, and House of Royalty will be coming back in the fall. Also, if anybody's interested in being on the production team for season three, please message me. We are definitely looking for some more prod members this season. And yeah, thank you so much. I just want to conclude with a little sneak peek of season three. So one thing that people have always wondered is where does House of Royalty take place? Where is the House of Royalty? Is it in Europe? Is it in the States? Well, I can say that season one, Royal Kingdom, was in New Zealand. It was in a beautiful kingdom in New Zealand. Season two, the Masquerade Ball, was in Turks and Caicos. Very bougie, very opulent. They love their Masquerade Ball. Well, the question is, where's season three going to be? Well, go get your pita, go get your tzatziki because we are going to Greece. For season three, we will be going to Greece because this is how you throw a party in Mykonos, bitch. So, I just want to say a big thank you once again for a great season, house guests, viewers, prod. This has been great. We will see you guys for season 3. And as always, all together, I'm Richie Royalty. Stay royal.